Welcome and good afternoon, Red Bomber alumni, UNB Reds fans, Dalhousie fans, and football fans everywhere. This afternoon, just in case you didn't hear Jeff Landine, the Tigers of Dalhousie University in Halifax, Nova Scotia, meet the UNB Reds Football Club in the second game to decide who wins the Alumni Cup between the two schools in 2024. Last week at Wickwire Field in Halifax, Dal defeated the Reds 19-7, so there's a 12-point differential. In order to reclaim the Alumni Cup, UNB needs to win this game by more than 12 points. Given that the Tigers are undefeated this season with a perfect 3-0 record, UNB faces a daunting challenge. Ian McMillan is my name. Justin Wees, the best-looking commentator in all of North American sport, is with me. What do you expect today, Justin?
Good afternoon, Ian. I expect an excellent afternoon of football. Before we get going in this afternoon's game, the Reds would like to respectfully acknowledge that UNB is situated on the unsurrendered and unceded traditional Wolastoqey territory. The river that flows by our university is called the Wolastoq. The land of the Wabanaki peoples has been the home of the Mi'kmaq, the Passamaquoddy, and the Penobscot peoples for thousands of years. They are known as the people of the dawn, as they are the first to greet the Niskam, or grandfather son, each day.
So as we get started, the kick went out of bounds. So referee put a flag right away. We're looking at the head referee. That's illegal procedure against UNB.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate start for the game for the Reds, Ian. The kickoff cannot go out of bounds. There's really no excuse for that. I'm not sure what happened to Remyard off the tee there, but the Tigers are left with fantastic field position.
So the Tigers set up shop just over center field in Reds territory. 1st and 10. Dive play up the middle. Oh. Makes a good gain. Not quite enough for a first down. It'll be second down, probably about 3 yards to go.
Liam Massner with the run on that, and I think he could have picked up a lot more if he didn't get tripped up just a little bit at about 5 yards from the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like he's got about 2 yards to go in order to get a first down for Dalhousie.
He picks up 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Tigers.
Yeah, I'm not. He just sort of. I think he tripped on the turf there. I'm not sure if anybody really got him.
Almost the same play. As long as he holds onto that ball, that's going to be a first down for the Tigers.
Caden Kwong, the carrier on that one. And their sticks are moving. That's good for a first down. So it seems as though Caden Kwong is the short yardage back for the Tigers today. Liam Master, perhaps the early down back.
Not sure if it's obvious on the broadcast, but there was a lot of rain in Fredericton this morning, but it looks like the skies are opening up. And the football gods are in our favor. It looks like a marvelous day for football.
Fantastic so far. So Kwong with the carry that time, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards. So that'll bring up second down, and we'll see exactly where they place it. So that's a pickup of about 4, so that'll be 2nd and 6.
So the Tigers being consistent for sure of running, looks like they're depending on their center and their guards to gain this ground. A very effective offensive line. It's second down now. Now dropping back to pass, looking to his left. UNB's able to flush him from the pocket, but he's been able to scramble a huge gain now. Tackled by number 45. That would be Blake Langille for UNB, but a first down for the Tigers deep in UNB territory.
So this is the first play from the Tigers quarterback of the day. That's Justin Vogels. It looked like he was looking for a pass downfield and just decided to take off, and the results were positive for Dalhousie. So Dalhousie really just outside the Reds' red zone. Applying big pressure that early in the game.
Something to have a mobile quarterback like that for Dalhousie.
No kidding.
Again, looking downfield off to his right-hand side.
Open. Oh.
He was open, number 13 for Dalhousie. Caden Butt must have thought that he was going to be a hero in the short term, but the ball was overthrown.
Cole Schneider was on the coverage there, and he got away from him, but obviously there was a bit of a miscommunication between Vogel Caden Butt because Vogel threw a corner, pass to the corner, and Caden was running a post.
So we've got 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. Looking to pass again.
Wide open.
Oh, Bombers able to flush the quarterback out. They've got him surrounded. Almost down. Oh, no, he's still finally sacked by the Bombers on the 34-yard line of the Bombers.
Sam Shepard with the tackle on that one.
Well,
but holy
watch
smokes,
the
let's see it
replay on
again.
how many times he was able to elude UNB tacklers.
3, 4.
It took 4 of them. That was something.
If it's going to take 4 Reds to bring Vogel down for the rest of the game, the Reds are in trouble.
Yeah, the math doesn't exactly work on their side. Don't know if we need some more professors from the math department to help out Coach Sturgeon on it.
We'll see. We'll see.
Looks like the Tigers are setting up to punt the ball and give possession to UNB.
So UNB, frankly, getting a little lucky on that last play.
Nice high punt
Is he going to bring it out?
in the end zone.
Fielded cleanly.
Working hard to go to the right-hand side. Nice block on the play, but not able to gain too many yards. Looks like they're going to start 1st and 10 on their 7-yard line.
Justin Remillard is the returner on that. So the Reds have got some work to do to get out of danger here. In Canadian football, you only have 3 downs, so special teams, punts, kicks, all very important. And the Tigers, they didn't come away with points on that, but the Reds are in pretty dangerous field position right now.
Well, as you say, if you're not putting on points, then you want to make sure you got field position, and that's certainly to the advantage of the Tigers. But UNB's got possession. We'll see what they can muster. Good dive play up the middle.
As is tradition, Coach Sturgeon starts with a dive, run up the middle. First offensive play of every game, Coach Sturgeon starts with a run up the middle.
Miguel Reyes-Landry with the initial run of the play or the game.
Now, a lot of time coaches will say we want to be consistent but not predictable, but you're saying Coach Sturgeon is somebody you can count on for that.
Well, absolutely. I've never seen him start a game any other way, and the way he sees it, he doesn't want to lose. He's always good for a couple of yards. So,
oh, looks like another running play. Big gap up the middle.
Matt LaFleur, the runner on that one.
And how far did he get? I'm trying to see from my perspective
It's
here.
almost a first down, and they're going to kick it. 3rd and 3. So the Reds, unfortunately, a 2 and out.
Well, when you're in that position, it makes sense.
You've got to kick it. Yeah, you can't risk not making that.
Well, the Reds' big red wall wasn't able to get them out of the shadow of their goalpost, and it looks like the Tigers will have possession with just a little more than 10 minutes left in the first quarter.
Great punt, though.
Nice high punt. Taken cleanly.
Can he contain him? Oh, and well covered by the Reds. Jace Taylor bringing him down. But I think Matt LaFleur also pinned him in. He contained him. He forced him back in there. Matt LaFleur, the all-around go-to athlete on the Reds. He's been that guy for about 4 years now, 5 years now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh no, that wasn't Matt LaFleur. That was Turner Ryan who pinned him in.
Excellent special teams play by the Reds. Now the Tigers starting on the UNB 51-yard line, 1st and 10. Another dive play to the right-hand side of the offensive line. Snuffed out quickly by UNB. It'll be 2nd down.
Brennan Hines, the carrier that time. So we've now seen 3 running backs from the Tigers. That is some great depth.
So change of personnel by UNB. I think they're expecting a pass.
Second and 7, that makes sense. That's a lot of yards to cover on the ground.
Another running play. Looks like they're going to try and they do find space up the middle.
And that's a first down. And then some.
Brennan Hines with the carry.
That Dalhousie offensive line starting to dominate.
Yeah, well, you know, Ian, you talked about it a lot last week, 2 weeks ago in UNB's favor. It's the offensive line that really starts things going.
And if you saw on the replay, it looked like the right-hand side of the line just did a swinging gate and took everybody out, and leaving a huge hole for the running back.
And if you can dominate that line of scrimmage, that is a huge advantage on every single play.
Well, nobody understands how tired that'll make the defensive line come third quarter, fourth quarter if they keep this up. And it looks like they're going to try and do so. 30, the running back. That's Brennan Hines.
And that was Ethan Ray with the tackle. And he had it. We'll see. Are we going to see it again? Yeah, look at Ethan Ray come around here to make the tackle, loop around and slow him down. Great run from Ethan Ray.
So second down and a little more than 5 for the Tigers. Trips to the left. And he's looking to pass.
Deep.
Downfield to the right-hand side.
Coverage
He's covered.
is good. And it is
incomplete. Excellent coverage by the UNB player.
Intended for Davo.
Intended for a player that we're going to refer to for the rest of the day as Davo. We understand that's what they call him. His name is David Shamsuddin Siada, but they call him Davo. So
I wonder why they would shorten it.
I wonder why they would shorten it. You know what? I think Ian and I, we appreciate the abbreviated name. So
we thank the Dalhousie team and the Dalhousie fans. We're not sure we thank Davo's parents.
Davo, but no, that was a great run. The coverage was pretty good, and the ball just a little overthrown on his outside shoulder.
Dalhousie setting up for the field goal. Now, Justin, you get to be excited as to whether this is going to be our first ball off the BMO Center roof.
If it's going to hit the field house, that's a big kick.
Kicks away.
It might be good. And it is.
Referees tell us that Dalhousie is now winning by a score of 3. UNB Reds, no score.
That is a 35-yard field goal. That was an impressive kick. And I think he may have had a few yards to spare on that one. So that might have been good from 38-39.
So just to let everyone know that the other game in Atlantic Football League will be tomorrow at the St. John Canada Games Stadium with Holland College Hurricanes meeting the St. John Falcons. And last week, Holland College was successful defeating the St. John Falcons 43-10. So right now it's going to be first down and 10 for the Reds on their own 35-yard line after that successful field goal. Good snap looking to the left-hand side of Rollins. He's flushed out of the pocket, brought down quickly by a Dalhousie defensive player, number 89.
No, that was Logan Steves.
That
was Logan Steves.
Obviously, everyone can tell that I did not go to the math department at UNB.
Ian, you know what? I'm gonna cut you some slack. The jerseys, they get bunched up anymore. They're not loose like they used to be. Right?
I hate bunched up jerseys.
It's a problem. It's a problem.
Second down
for us. It's not a problem for them.
Rollins looked flushed again.
Oh, he's got his foot. And he's brought down for another sack. He was trying to hop away, but you know what? There were 3 Tigers in the backfield there.
But for the want of a cleat, a first down was lost.
Christian Riley, the defender that brought him down, and he did a great job hanging on to he did the little alligator roll there where he sort of he had a foot and then he rolled and then Jonah just came down.
Well, no question the momentum's been with Dalhousie so far with 6:11 left in the first quarter. UNB about to punt to Dalhousie. Nice
Big
high punt.
Long punt. And Red went down.
Looks like UNB was in perfect position, but unfortunately the first player there wasn't able to keep his feet, but still good coverage by UNB. But Dalhousie will scrimmage first and 10 again in UNB territory.
Well, and Ian, as you mentioned, it was raining earlier. That field's probably a little deceptively slick.
This is why they wear cleats, Justin.
That's why they wear cleats, but you got to adjust. You got to adjust. It's still a little more slippery.
Like a former defensive back to give somebody a break on that. Same setup as we normally see for the Tigers. Again, it's going to be a dive play.
Ooh, this time bottled up well by the Reds.
Looks like the Reds have made the appropriate adjustments on the defensive line with a very small gain for the Tigers. It'll be second down and long for Dalhousie.
Yeah, that's a pickup of 1. That'll bring up second. Looks like 2nd and 9.
Shame we can't get the teams to take a timeout when such good music is playing on the field. Quarterback looking downfield again. A long pass.
Wide open.
Wide open down the middle on a post pattern.
That's not how you tackle.
And he's not down yet. Brought down by number 21 for UNB. That's Carter Ball.
Mark Boudreau with the initial body check of a tackle, which
Well, I mean, good
that
point.
drives me nuts.
Absolutely.
That's not a tackle.
Unfortunately, I think they're watching the CFL too often where people are trying to make tackles by concussion as opposed to wrapping.
Well, okay, yeah, concussion and trying to knock the ball out, but you know, this is a different game, right? Like, you know, those guys are running, you know, have a bigger lead, they're more impact, and you're hoping to knock the ball out. But he was way too close to make a body check work, right? You got to wrap up.
First down and goal for the Tigers. We're going to do another dive play. Oh, early contact from the UNB, but it looks like he's going to be in. I don't see a signal
yet. That's a touchdown there. Touchdown, Tigers.
Touchdown, Tigers. Oh, there was a great opportunity by that first UNB player to bring him down.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's see the position.
Oh, and he's slippery.
Tackled too high.
He's slippery, yeah.
So given that we've been talking about the
sorry, I should note that's a different running back than we've seen. Dante Gabrielli with the touchdown. Sorry, Ian, go ahead.
No, here we go with the Tigers setting up for their extra point. The roof of the BMO Center is in grave peril.
It's grave peril. It's almost definitely after if that last kickoff field goal is an indication, this will almost definitely ping the roof.
Kicks up. It's good. And
oh
it's
my gosh, and it is. Oh, I thought it might have gone over. It did not go over.
So with 4:16 left in the first quarter, it's the Dalhousie Tigers 10, UNB Reds no score. So since we were talking about tackling, no one starts looking at it, it's important to let everybody know in Fredericton, the Atlantic Rugby Championships are going on Loyalist Field. At 3 o'clock, it'll be the A final between the Fredericton Loyalists versus the Prince Edward Island from Charlottetown Mudmen. And I believe right now the B final is going on with the Loyalists, and I believe it's the squad from Pictou, Nova Scotia. So once this game ends, I want everybody to rush, as I will, down to Loyalist Field, and you can see the Atlantic Rugby Championships.
That, you know what? The Loyalist Rugby Field is always a great time, Ian. It is always fun there.
Today we're raising for student hunger. You can make a donation of any amount and receive a ballot for one of 2 decommissioned helmets to be given away in the 4th quarter.
So Dalhousie getting ready to kick off again to UNB.
Good kick.
Sound effects from all the Dalhousie players on the sidelines. Nice run so far by the Bombers.
Nice return. Oh,
And
maybe a
makes
horse collar tackle?
Makes it just over the 25-yard line to about the 27 or 28.
Thomas Hoyt had a good return on that, and we're going to see it again. Look for I think there might have been a horse collar on that one. Just watch the see the hand right there come down.
Yeah, he tried, but
maybe.
I don't think he caught the handle. So it'll be first down for the Reds.
Well, we're going fans. Oh no, we'll let this play go, and then we'll do the 50-50 read.
So they're on their own 28-yard line. See if Coach Sturgeon's going to run up with any skullduggery here by the end of the first quarter. Another dive play. Nice big hole.
Yeah.
I think it was number 32 from Dalhousie with the tackle. That's Kyle Merck.
That was Matt LaFleur, and Matt LaFleur loves making contact with defenders. I kind of wish he ran outside on that one. He cut back in, but I think he had space to the outside if he cut. Oh, here's the 50-50. All right. Fans, you can support Reds football through our new online 50-50 draw. Tickets are available until the start of the 4th quarter of today's game. You can use the QR code that you see on your screen right now in a couple of areas. There's also QR codes and placards around the BMO Center. Or you can visit rafflebacks.ca/Reds football. Click purchase, choose your ticket option, and then enter your credit card and billing information. These draws are accessible through online purchases only. There will be no cash or card sales on site. Participants must be 19 years of age at least and must be in New Brunswick, either a resident of New Brunswick or physically in New Brunswick. If you're not from New Brunswick and sitting at your friend's house in Moncton, St. John, Campbellton, somewhere else in Fredericton out of the game, you can purchase a ticket there. So support your Reds, buy a 50-50 ticket. It's currently at $175. Last week's game got up to jackpot got up to over $700. So thank you for your continued support.
And we apologize for all the diehards and the fact that we weren't able to call the game as we were doing commerce for the Reds. It's third down for the Reds. They weren't able to get their first down. Have to give it up again to the Tigers. Nice punt downfield near the sideline. And the Reds are able to bring him down. And we have a flag on the play just over the Tigers' 45-yard line. And it looks the early indication is holding against Dalhousie. So far, it's a secret, but the head referee will tell us what the linesman whispered to him. And that is the case. It's holding against Dalhousie. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. And they're going to be scrimmaging first down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, so you see that hold on number 1 there on the Tigers prevented Logan Box from getting to the ball carrier to make a tackle.
So for the first time, the Tigers are deeper in their own zone to scrimmage first down and 10. Going to see if they go to the old reliable run of using their offensive line for the first down. And they do. Big hole off to the left-hand side, but a nice tackle on the Reds by Ella Lord.
Caden Kwong, the ball carrier.
I'm sorry, I think it was Nick Appleby that made the tackle. I thought it was 85, but it was 65.
65,
And
yeah.
I apologize
Right.
to the Appleby family. I know they'll be coming for me. Second down and a little less than 5 for Dalhousie. Trips on the right-hand side. It's a keeper by the quarterback, and it does not pay off for Dalhousie. Number 30, Ethan Ray, the tackle for the Reds. It'll be third down for Dalhousie. Looks like their special teams comes on, and the Reds will get the ball back.
Ethan was not tricked on that one. Look at that.
Well, it looks like Coach Sturgeon and the defensive coaches have made some appropriate adjustments as to what had been easy going for the Tigers at the beginning of the first quarter. There's 1:46 left, and it looks like the Reds will be getting possession back. Another high
That
punt.
is very high, which is a problem for the Reds.
And a good attempt by, was it number 80? Yes, it is, number 80.
Remyard.
Justin was, I think, trying to create a no yards, but he wasn't able to catch it on the fly. Yeah, if he caught that on the fly, I think he would have had a no yards penalty against Dalhousie, but not being able to find the handle. The good news was UNB gets the ball. Bad news was they're not going to get any extra yardage because of the no yards penalty.
But they're not in bad field position. This is the Reds' best starting position, offensive starting position of the game.
LaFleur off to the right-hand side, now in motion behind Rollins. Another running play for LaFleur. He's got a bit of a gap, but probably no more than 2 or 3 yards. It'll be second down.
So that's 2nd and 8 for the Bombers, working from behind.
So the Reds looking for the Moni player on this play that's going to get them a first down. I apologize.
That's fine.
That's fine. Sure we're not married? Looking to the left, Rollins throws the ball out on a flare. It's to LaFleur. Not able to get past that first down, though. Looks like he was brought down at their own 45 and probably sets up for a third down.
So they had two guys covering LaFleur there. I mean, they know who the go-to guy is, right?
Good tackle by Liam Cesare.
Matt LaFleur is not an easy guy to bring down, and Cesare did a great job there. So this is
Or
the.
according to the tutorial we had from Jeff Lavendine, is it Chisari or is it Chisari?
Did he touch on that one? Did he give us that?
I would think so.
Did he? I don't remember. Maybe I
Third
missed that
down.
one.
Nice punt. We got to commend both punters on both teams of doing a marvelous job of third down punts. Nice effort, but not able to get around the corner by Luke Proctor with the Tigers. They're going to scrimmage first down and 10 from their own 40 with 10 seconds left in the first quarter. So there should only probably be one more play before we change ends and go to the second quarter.
Yeah, so the Aaron Hicks is the punter for the Reds today. It seems to be, and I believe last week it was it was Remillard punting, I believe, or 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. But Aaron Hicks doing a fantastic job, and the Reds seem to be winning the field position battle a little more at this point than they were in the first half of the first quarter.
Something telling me there was a penalty on the play, and
that ball doesn't make any sense, does it?
I haven't seen the signal from the head referee, but it looks like it was a penalty against Dalhousie, and UNB scrimmaging from just short of center field.
You know what? It must have been. Maybe he hit the punter. Did he hit the punter? Because UNB would otherwise not have this ball back.
Fake dive play. Tried the flare pass with the intended receiver to be Nick Parker, but it's incomplete. Second down.
Nick got tripped up on a Tigers player in the backfield. Like, okay, this is the punt. Yeah, but this is not going to be where the penalty is, though. I think because we didn't see a flag down. The flag must have been back where the kicker was. It's the only way that makes sense that the Reds got the ball back.
So we apologize that we didn't see the signal, but the result ends up being in the favor of the Reds, who were scrimmaging second down and 10 from just inside their side of center field. No surprise here. It's a pass. Oh, tried to do a screen.
Oh, and big sack. Oh.
Now, are we going to see a flag? Yes, we are. That's intentional grounding by the quarterback. Mr. Rollins trying to indicate that there was a receiver in his field of vision. I think he got an empathetic pat from the head referee, but it'll be interesting. I think he's going to stay with his initial call.
Yeah. That was a clear desperation play. We'll see here. Yeah, there was nobody around, not even close. He was at least 5 yards away, though.
LaFleur was coming back to the ball.
Yeah.
I think they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Look at this, Mr.
Oh, wow. Good
Justin,
call,
I
Ian.
think you've got a potential colleague there that his negotiation skills are pretty impressive.
Oh, that is impressive. I don't.
Just to make sure that everyone knows that intentional grounding is when a quarterback would be in the grasp, and it looks like he tries to throw the ball away to make sure that he's not having a sack. But if there's no receiver within a conceivable target, then the referee would call what he did. But I think he was able to convince him, and maybe with a little bit of conference from the other officials, that LaFleur was coming back and had a potential of catching that. So, of course, we're just starting the second quarter with UNB setting up for a punt.
So with the ball at UNB's 54-yard line, that's about as short as a field change as you'll ever get. A field flip as you'll ever get.
I got to say, the officials were probably very impressed.
Yeah.
This is when the quarter ended.
Maybe that's why they didn't get the intentional grounding penalty.
Nice punt again.
Oh,
a little shorter than normal. Cleanly taken by the Tigers. Able to elude a couple of tacklers, but it looks like Tigers are going to be first down and 10 just over their own 30-yard line. I want to mention that we understand that the former coach of the Red Bombers from 1967 and 1970 occasionally tunes in, so we want to say hi to Coach Dan Underwood, who for UNB had undefeated teams in 1969 and 1970. In 1970 was selected Coach of the Year for Canada by U Sports. They lost to McGill, I think it was 1969, and lost to the GGs in the 2 Atlantic Bowls, but they had an undefeated season in 1970. So hi to Coach Underwood, and we hope you're enjoying the game. Fake the dive, quick flare-out pass to the left-hand side, immediately taken down by UNB. That was Cole Schneider with the tackle.
Cole Schneider was there.
You know what's interesting, Ian, and I think it's important to remind people, UNB currently, today, is very known for its hockey team. Right? Last year,
they should be.
As they should be. A huge, historic, undefeated season. But in the past, it was UNB's football team that was the flagship team of the school. It's nice seeing football coming back and making an impression again.
Absolutely. Second down for the Tigers. Looking downfield again. Not able to find a target. Flush to the left-hand side. Lots of room for the scramble, and he's able to get a first down just before he goes out of bounds. Aaron Hicks with contact. I don't think we see a flag on that.
No, but he took out the 50-50 placard. That's done now. I think that just broke in half.
Well, I think that we got to commend Aaron Hicks for bringing the attention to the 50-50 draw.
That's Vogel.
Oh, was it Vogel? I thought it was Aaron Hicks.
Aaron Hicks on the Reds, Vogel on the...
No, Vogel for getting it first, but the hit was from the Reds. I don't think Dalhousie would be pushing our 50-50 call.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Sorry.
Hicks on the tackle, excuse me.
That's
I'm sorry.
what I mean.
I'm
sorry, Counselor. I should have been more precise.
Nope, I was not paying attention. My apologies.
So we've got first down for the Tigers on their own 44-yard line. 13:28 left in the second quarter. Lots of motion. Looks like another dive play for the Tigers. Not much of a gain. 2 yards at most. It'll be second down.
The Reds were all over that one.
I think the Reds want to make sure that they're shutting down those dive plays and forcing the Tigers to do passing or something that's a little bit more complicated than where they were able to make so much yards in the first quarter.
Oh, absolutely. And if you can get your dives, picking up 3, 4, 5 yards a shot, you're at a big advantage over the defense. So for the defense to be able to shut that down and take away a big weapon there, that's critical.
Downfield, he's open. Number 9 with a great catch by the Tigers. That's Matt Lawton.
Yeah, he was wide open, and you know what? And you saw that body check tackle again. We're going to see it again here. Watch this.
Knocked down by Aaron Hicks, but it'll be a first down.
Oh,
unfortunately, the pool got in the way of seeing the end of that play, but Dalhousie's looking like they've got a very sharp passing game.
Yeah. I mean, Dalhousie's showing why they are currently 3-0 in the league.
So look at the defensive setup by UNB. They're running a 3-4 defense. And they tried the end around, and he's able to get that hole. He's still going. Number 4, that's Ethan Lord from Dalhousie with a big first down, getting deep into Reds territory.
Getting to the UNB 19-yard line.
And that was, Ethan had a great run on that, but the Tigers really won the line of scrimmage on that one.
That was impressive. I want to ask our field announcer, though, Jeff Landine, who certainly didn't go to the math department before, what number 2019 is. Another dive play, able to find some freedom out to the left-hand side, but not much of a gain.
No, and you see on that one, the outside, the outside linebacker on that side of the field, he got pinned up really well on that previous play where they ran to the outside. This time he did not get contained. He was able to come in and push that running back, and he was the first one. That's I think that's Ethan Ray on that side.
And just to make sure I get the favor of the Appleby family again, that was Nick Appleby on the tackle for UNB. It's going to be second down and 9. He's rolling to his right-hand side, looking for the receiver, number 85, open deep in the end zone. Tiger touchdown.
Ella Lord, or sorry, excuse me.
Callum Munn with the receiver. So, looks like the Tigers are working hard to take the Alumni Cup away from UNB with another touchdown. looking for the extra point. Oh, very close to being blocked by UNB, but it's successful. It is 17-10 with 10:48 left in the second quarter. We've got a small injury on the part of UNB. They're calling over the medical staff. So, for in other university football, yesterday, across Canada, St. Mary's took on Acadia, and St. Mary's was successful with a score of 27-5. Montreal Carabin took on McGill and were successful, winning 35-28. Saskatchewan defeated Manitoba with a score of 42-24, and UBC defeated Alberta 35-25.
Thank you, Ian, for the always appreciated and excellent cross-league score checkup.
Well, it's good for everyone to know that there's football going on in the rest of Canada other than here in Atlantic Canada.
Absolutely, absolutely. Even though Atlantic Canada football is our favorite football.
Well, it looks like we've got a little bit of time here. It doesn't look like an injury that they want to mess around with. So since we talked about Coach Underwood, I also want to have a big hello from our broadcast team to Coach Bourne. Coach Jim Bourne coached the UNB Red Bombers from 1971 to 1980. And I think I don't know if it's important, but I'm going to do my own self-serving thing that he was also my wrestling coach when I was here at UNB. But he had an amazing record and amazing teams when he was coach here at UNB, and I'm sure he tunes into the broadcast occasionally, so we want to say a big hello to Coach Bourne.
It's always appreciated. I love hearing about the fans from the history of the Reds and from across the country. It's fantastic, everybody tuning in and listening to us. And of course, if you want to support the Reds and have a chance to win some cash, you can do that. You see on your screen now the 50/50 QR code. You can support Reds football through our online 50/50 draw. Tickets are going to be available until the start of the fourth quarter of the game. At that point, they're going to do the draw. And you can use the QR code that you see on your screen. If you're hearing this, this is not applicable to you, but we have some cards around the field where you can scan as well. Or you can visit the website, which you can access. There's a link to the website on any of the Reds football social media outlets, including the Instagram page. It's the rafflebox.ca/UNB football or something like that. You can click Purchase, choose your ticket option, and then enter your credit card and billing information. These draws are accessible through online purchases only. There will be no cash or card sales on site. Participants must be at least 19 years of age and must be in New Brunswick. Whether you're a resident of New Brunswick, you must be in New Brunswick to purchase the ticket. So unfortunate for the out-of-province fans. But, of course, out-of-province fans can always log on to the website and donate to the Reds if you want to support the Reds.
Thank you, Justin. This, of course, is something that we absolutely hate to see. I think based upon the way that the medical staff is working on this, I think it was either an ankle or a knee injury on the UNB player. And I didn't want to speculate on who that was, just to make sure I'm not making any parents concerned when they don't need to be. But I haven't been able to pick out a number yet on who they're working for. But as you can see, out of respect, the two teams have taken a knee while the medical teams are working on the UNB player, as this becomes of prime importance versus what the score is or what have you. Let's make sure that all these players stay healthy.
Very fortunately, you see both teams working together to
Absolutely.
provide the best care to the player. You see Tigers running staff running equipment out as well.
I don't think it was a head injury, so I think they're working hard to make sure that they're isolating whatever leg was involved. And we think it was a left leg of one of the players. Now, whether that's a knee or it's actually a break, well, we're not really. So again, while we've got some time to fill in other university football action, I'm trying to see. Oh, today we have games with Western taking on McMaster, Queens versus Laurier, Waterloo versus York, Windsor versus Guelph. Outside of Ontario, we have Sherbrooke taking on Concordia. Bishops, I think they're coming to Atlantic Canada, taking on St. FX, and Calgary taking on Regina, all today, Saturday afternoon, October 5th.
So no shortage of football for football fans out there.
Now, the big game we want to talk about for Canadian football, other than Dalhousie and UNB, is the world-famous Panda Bowl. Will be going on tomorrow in Ottawa. And the annual Panda Bowl is every time that Ottawa U takes on Carleton University. And I've actually attended a couple of Panda Bowls in Ottawa, and it ends up being one of the most important occasions for football in our nation's capital. So good luck to both teams tomorrow during the Panda Bowl.
Well, that's exciting. I bet that it's going to be a raucous good time. Raucous. One thing, Ian, one thing we did not mention 2 weeks ago in the UNB home opener against St. John was that we did have an historic moment occur 2 weeks ago when number 85 on the Reds, Ella Lord, took the field. She was the first female player to take the field in the Atlantic Football League. So big shout out to Ella Lord and her family for being a part of not just UNB Reds history, but Atlantic Football League history as well.
I'm glad you brought that up. And everyone, keep an eye out because Ella's number is 85 on the Reds. And we'll see if she's involved in any of the plays today. Again, we've got a Reds player who was obviously injured with that last play. And as Justin mentioned, we've got medical staff from both teams looking after the player. So sending as many positive vibes as we can as to making sure that we're able to get the player off the field safely and then eventually to other medical staff.
Yeah, safety is something that, and I know, when we do our off season and off field meetings and prep for the season and for the games, player safety is a topic that we're always discussing. And we have a lot of measures in place to try to minimize the inherent risk that comes along with playing football. Like, these guys play hard, they play fast. The unfortunate reality of sport is that injuries do happen, and but we do have trained professionals on the field during games, and that's who's out taking care of the players right now. And I'm sure that what's going on right now is that they're acting in an abundance of caution.
Well, as you say, I just noticed that on the other side of the field, they've opened up the gate. So I imagine what they're waiting for is an ambulance to come off and take the player to Chalmers Hospital. So whatever's happened is significant enough that they don't want to take any chances. And they'll allow the ambulance to come right on the field and take the player to some more significant treatment.
Yeah. And again, without knowing what's going on, but the policy, the practice is abundance of caution.
Absolutely. And I think I want to mention our good friends at Aurora are bringing you these images. A fantastic job they do of showing the game, and we want to thank them very much. So while we've got some more time to fill, I can fill you in on other college football last night. In the NCAA, south of our border, it was Syracuse versus UNLV, and Syracuse were successful, winning 44-41, so a close game there. Oregon took on Michigan State. So, Coach Bourne, if you're watching, unfortunately, Michigan State Spartans were on the short end of the stick, 31-10. And today, as our field announcer will be very interested, and I'm sure he's taping this, Michigan is taking on Washington. This is actually a rematch of the final from last year, 2023. And UCLA is taking on Penn State. So you probably can't see this right now, but we do have an ambulance that has come up to the gate, and the folks are busy telling the guys from the ambulance to bring it right on the field, or actually what they're going to do, I think, is just bring a stretcher onto the field. They were quite happy with them, given that it's an artificial field. I don't think it would have hurt anything by bringing the ambulance over, but this is their protocol, and I'm sure they're going to follow what they need to. So while we're waiting for the stretcher to come over, I believe in other games that we were able to research. Ole Miss is taking on South Carolina this afternoon. Big game in the SEC. Auburn taking on number 5 Georgia, which I'm sure a lot of people will be watching later on in the afternoon. Iowa taking on Ohio State. And again, Mr. Landine was telling me that he was surprised to see Florida State on national broadcast. Clemson's taking on Florida State a little later in the afternoon. Number 1, Alabama. We always got to mention number 1. They're taking on Vanderbilt. And USC is taking on Minnesota.
So Ian, it looks like the medical staff is bringing out some equipment to assist the player off the field.
As we mentioned before, I'm very impressed with how quickly the officials and the 2 medical staffs from both teams quickly assessed what the situation was, and we're very much concerned on the health of the injured player, and it looks like they went into their procedures very quickly. So it's got to be impressive that they've planned for such unfortunate events and knew exactly what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody knows. Look, these 2 teams, fierce rivals. Obviously, this is the Alumni Cup. Everybody wants to win. Certainly, the Reds want to win by at least 12 points. But that's all second at this particular moment. I do see a lot of movement from the player down there, the player that's down. But it's very clear that at this particular point, he is getting the best care that we have available. And Ian, I'm glad you mentioned Aurora. It's always appreciated to thank our fantastic production team who makes this webcast possible. It's really incredible the effort that they put in to making sure that you guys have something enjoyable to watch at home. We know that there are family and friends of all the players and fans and supporter of the Reds across New Brunswick and across the country. I believe we have supporters and fans tune in. Every now and then I see the data on who tunes into the webcasts, and we have had international viewers as well. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. Of course, UNB alumni and supporters across the globe.
Again, if you're late to tuning into the broadcast, we've had an injury to a UNB player deep in the Tiger zone. So it's actually it's UNB zone. I apologize. And we want to make sure that we're taking care of the player properly. So there's been a significant delay in the broadcast. So again, we will be continuing with 10:48 left in the second quarter. So if you're taping this, know that after this break, we will reconvene the match from BMO Field with UNB taking on the Tigers in the second game of the Alumni Cup.
Ian, the play immediately before this was the point after kick, the point after touchdown kick, and typically those plays are a little more benign plays, not automatics. Point afters are not automatics, but
well, on the play, I noticed that one of the UNB players was very close to being able to block the kick, but based upon our friends at Aurora, they told us that we think there was a collision with another UNB player, and that's why we have this serious injury. And we've gone out of our way to make sure that we're not showing that to you, as we definitely, there's no need for anybody to see that replay. So we're very much thinking it was a collision from two players that were very close to stopping that conversion, but there was contact with the lower part of the leg from the UNB player that's now receiving medical attention.
So if you're just tuning in, or if you stepped away and are coming back, the both teams, training staff and emergency responders are tending to the Reds player that is down. And I just want to highlight again, and I just saw a hand signal from the Tigers coach that's out on the field to the Tigers bench. Both teams are working together to make sure that the Reds player is receiving the best care that they can in the interest of his health. It goes without saying that this could happen to any player on the football field on any play. It is incredibly rare, though, but it's always good to see fantastic cooperation amongst the team's training staffs. It's been pretty clear that this is a leg injury of some sort, and we have seen the player that is on the field moving around to other extremities and looking up and looking around. So we're not talking about any other type of injury here.
Well, certainly, I guess if there's good news to be had, it's not a concussion. It's not something that puts a player, but I think, not like I'm an expert, but it looks like they're bringing on a number of splints to make sure that they isolate the the injured leg, so that they're able to get the player to hospital and give him the assistance that he requires.
Yeah, obviously no injury is a good injury, but certainly, as we all know, some injuries can be have much more broader and wide-ranging consequences than others. So, what we're seeing for the players' overall health may be slightly more on the positive side. And of course, if you are watching at home, we appreciate your patience and we appreciate you staying with us.
Just in case anybody came to the broadcast late, again, we've had a fairly significant injury to one of the Reds players. And EMT staff is making sure that they're taking every precaution before they're able to remove him from the field, put him in an ambulance, and send him up to the Chalmers Hospital. So bear with us. We want to make sure that we're doing all the right things to take care of the player. And as soon as play commences again, we'll be back with you. And we don't have this necessarily on camera, but good news here. We've got the player on a stretcher with all the appropriate supports. And you can see on field it's going to be all the Reds players. And it looks like now the Dalhousie Tigers will be probably setting up a cordon to clap the player off and give him all their support as they take him into the ambulance. Nice touch. Nice touch by both teams. And of course, showing the importance that it's the safety of all the players that everyone's seeing as the focus of this game, and the score and the outcome become very much secondary to these people sharing the fact that this is a sport and this is about everybody having a good time. In these injuries, everybody focuses on the goodwill of all the players. So kudos to the initial medical staff from both UNB Reds and Dalhousie Tigers for such a quick response. And also kudos again for very quickly realizing the severity of the injury and getting in touch with the necessarily professional medical staff in order to be able to get the player off safely. So after that delay, and hopefully that player recovers as quickly as possible, we are going to recommence play soon. The score is 17 for the Dalhousie Tigers, no score for the UNB Reds, with 10:48 remaining in the second quarter.
So it seems as though I think the teams are going to warm up again. Yeah. So the teams are going to. So obviously we've been the players have been on the sidelines, not moving for a little bit of time here, and it seems as though the coaches have agreed to a brief warm up. So the players are just going to go through a couple of warm up drills just to get the loosened up again. After standing still for such a period of time, that lactic acid starts to build up. So you got to get nice and loose again for lots of reasons, performance and of course safety as well. So,
Counselor, did you learn about lactic acid in law school, or was this from earlier?
Look, I learned a lot about lactic acid trying to play sports as an adult. So, because that hits you more and more every year.
The Dickens, you say?
That's it. So I think I'm not sure how much of a warm-up we'll do here. I imagine it will not be long, but hopefully we'll get the action back to you. I know that watching the teams warm up is not the most exciting thing, but of course we can talk about the 50-50 while they do that, because you football fans can support Reds through our new online 50-50 draw. The 50-50 draw is great for multiple reasons. Well, really for two big reasons. One, half of the pot goes to the Reds, and two, half of the pot goes to the winner. So you have a chance to win a good chunk of change, as well as supporting your favorite AFL football team. So tickets are available until the start of the fourth quarter. We are currently at the 10:48 point in the second quarter, so you have about a quarter and a half of football to go. You can use the QR code that you see on the screen right now to take you to the website to purchase your tickets. Or you can visit the website. There's a link on all of the Reds, all the Reds football social media pages. There's a link to the 50-50 draw. It's rafflebox.ca/raffle/UNB Reds football. Once you get there, click purchase, choose your ticket option, and then enter your credit card and billing information. These draws are accessible through online purchases only. There will be no cash or card sales on site. Participants must be at least 19 years of age and must be in New Brunswick. Whether you are a New Brunswick resident or not, you must physically be in New Brunswick to purchase a ticket. Whether you are at the field, somewhere else in Fredericton, St. John, Niguac, Edmundston, Campbellton, Moncton, Riverview, all of these places, valid places to buy 50-50 tickets.
Justin's been everywhere, man. Justin's
been everywhere, man.
So I think it's important to let you know, Cyril, our absolute favorite fan from outside, I've complained to Brian Freeman that while you do comply that you're over 19, unfortunately, you're not physically in New Brunswick. So we're going to try and make sure that there's a specific draw for you. Stay tuned.
Well, and here's the other thing, Cyril, and all of the other fans who are watching at home. If you can't buy a 50-50 ticket, you can still support the Reds. All you have to do, you go to the UNB Reds football website. There's a big Donate Now button. And Cyril, I know you do that anyways, and lots of other people who watch this webcast, do that anyways. But you could do it right now if you don't want to buy a 50-50 ticket.
So now that the commerce is done, looks like both teams are going to reconvene for the second quarter. And again, there's 10:48 left. So again, this is the second half of the two-game total point UNB alumni contest between Dalhousie and UNB. And given that Dalhousie won last week, there is even a taller mountain to climb for UNB if they have a chance to be successful to reclaim the Alumni Cup.
So I think let's do some math, Ian.
Again?
Again.
Oh, my God.
12-point deficit coming into the game.
How many times do I have to tell you this is not my specialty?
Dangerous. It's dangerous for everybody.
It's not my sweet spot.
12.
After I run out of fingers and toes, it starts to become confusing.
So 12-point deficit coming into the game. The Tigers currently up 17-0 over the Reds. So
you can do this.
29-point deficit. 29-point deficit. That's what the Reds are at right now. They need 29 points to win the Alumni Cup currently.
They need 30 points.
Excuse me, 30 points to win. 30 points to win, yes.
So we're about to get started. We're about to get started with a kickoff. And again, with 10:48 left, the Tigers will be kicking to UNB after they were successful scoring a touchdown.
Good kick. Not fielded cleanly by the Reds, though.
Dalhousie quickly able to bring down the player with 26 from Dalhousie being one of the initial players. Shale Grossman.
Thomas Hoyt, the returner, on that one.
Take that back. That was Thomas Hoyt on the return.
Thomas Hoyt, the returner on that one. And Thomas, a great returner. I think he could have caught that in the air, and he should have caught that in the air. He hesitated just a little bit and let it bounce right in front of him.
So UNB to scrimmage just over their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
So Jonah Rollins in the backfield with Matt LaFleur standing behind him in the running back position. Even though he's technically listed as a tight end, he plays literally everywhere on the field.
Dive play off to the left-hand side.
Oh, he's still pushing. Wow,
he's pushing, but unfortunately not much of a gain. No. I think he's just a little over the 20-yard line.
Man, that was a lot of work for not many yards.
As we see on the replay, he goes to the left-hand side of the Reds play. There's a host of Tigers able to bring him down.
But oh boy, is he powerful. I couldn't imagine pushing that many.
Justin Remillard coming into the game.
So the Reds sending out a couple of the heavies, sending in a couple of little more faster players. At 2nd and 8, this will almost definitely be a passing situation. And the Reds are going to take a timeout. Sorry, Ian, I cut you off.
No. It's I believe Coach Sturgeon cut us off by calling a timeout.
So the Reds are going to take a timeout. This is obviously a pretty critical point for them. A little under 10 minutes left in the second quarter. They are down 17 points. They have not yet scored. They need to make something happen here. They really need a first down. They don't want to have to punt. A punt now still keeps the Tigers, gives the Tigers the ball, really, realistically speaking, on the Reds' half of the field. And, I mean, the way things are going, that's just going to be more points for the Tigers. Sorry, yeah, that's more points for the Tigers.
I'm watching, as you're talking, I'm watching Coach Sturgeon. He looks a little bit concerned that there was a miscommunication. I can't read his lips, but I know he's not praying.
Well, if I know Coach Sturgeon, there may be some very passionate words being spoken.
And we're all set now. Second down for the Reds. 9 yards to go for a first down. Should be a pass play. Looks off to his right-hand side. Tiger's able to get in the way and brought down by the third Tiger that was coming after him. That's number 29, Matt Irvin.
Breaks 2 tackles, Jonah does. Jonah Rollins breaks 2 tackles. We'll see it on the replay here. There's 1. There's 2. And I'm ultimately brought down sort of from behind there. But you know what? That was a coverage sack.
Actually,
You don't think so? No.
I'm sorry, Justin. I think I'm taking umbrage with you, Counselor, that what happened was that Rollins was about to release the ball, and it was either the defensive end or the linebacker that came up and was right in his face before he was able to release it. So I think the receiver was open, but it was the defensive lineman that got in the way just at the moment.
In the first instance.
The very first instance.
Okay. I'll give you that. The coverage looked good regardless, but
So punt's taken cleanly. UNB players quick to come up against them, and UNB's able to get the Tiger around the 42-43 yard line of the Reds. So with 9:03 in the second quarter, Tigers will be first down and 10.
Fielded by Luke Proctor.
Luke Proctor, the Tigers returner, and so as I said, if they did not make that first down, they're forced to punt, and Tigers here with excellent field position on the Reds' half of the field.
So kudos to the Dal defense. As we say, offense sells tickets, but defense wins games.
Do they sell tickets? Do they sell 50-50 tickets?
Well, there's tickets for these fans.
For these fans. We got to get them selling 50-50.
Another
too.
dive play. Big hole opened up. Dalhousie looks like they're there for a first down, and that was Caden Kwong, the running back for Dalhousie.
Boy, Caden Kwong looking good on that run, dragging a couple of Reds along with him for a few yards.
It's first down for the Tigers. I think the expression backs to the wall gets used way too often in sports, but I think that's appropriate at this juncture of the game for UNB. If they go down by another touchdown, it's going to be very difficult for them to come back. Early motion by the Tigers. It's a flare pass out to number 8. Good blocking. Good tackle by UNB. Number 25 on defense. That was Daniel Lavak.
Davo with the reception on that one.
I was worried that we didn't bring Davo's name up again in the game.
Oh, I was going to make sure we were going to get it in one way or another. Great catch and run by Davo on that one.
And second down and short for the Tigers. Another dive play.
That's a first.
I don't know if you saw this, but you've got this, the center and the guard and the other guard are doing swinging gates right in the middle. They're creating significant holds for these running backs. Watch it again on the replay. Watch right here, 65-75.
Yeah, right there, boom.
And the 66 does a stunt or a pull from the other side to open up that thing. That offensive line's doing marvelous for the Dalhousie.
He didn't even have contact until he got past the first down line.
Well, that wall of the Tigers is doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, that's O-line. That's an O-line. That's O-line yardage right there for sure.
It's going to be another dive.
Why not?
Bounces off the first Reds player. He's still getting close, but not successful. Reds being able to bring him down to create a second and goal situation.
So Reds adjusting to that dive that time.
But the Reds, given the strength of the Dal offensive line, are going to have to commit more people, and that's going to open up all kinds of options on the perimeter for the Tigers.
And we've seen that they can run outside and they can pass too. So that's look, the Tigers are running on.
I won't be surprised to see a fake dive play, and then you're going to do an end around from one of the receivers coming either from the left or the right. They do a little toss, and then there's not going to be a lot of personnel able to stop them. Looking for the pass now. Not able to find his initial receiver. Passes out incomplete. No penalty flag there. It's going to be third down and goal. So it's going to be an interesting question as to whether Dalhousie kicks the field goal or tries to get the touchdown. Looks like they've got about 6 yards to the goal line.
Well, we've seen them attempt a 35. We've seen them make, a 35-yard field goal. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't try to kick a field goal here. Yeah, they're going to kick a field goal. Yeah, there it is. The slab is down.
The slab is down.
Did they not bring the slab up for that? I think the slab's down, yeah.
I apologize. I've never used the word slab for a kicking tee. Clear snap. Kick is good. Another point for the Tigers.
It's the little black rubber.
So scores now. Scores 20 for the Tigers. No score for the Reds with 5:46 left in the second quarter.
So the Reds having to do some work here to get back into this game, let alone take a run at the Alumni Cup. And let's remind folks, the Reds are the defending holders of the Alumni Cup for the past 2 years, I believe, Ian?
At least the last 2 years. Let's not
years.
forget, not only are the defending holders of the Alumni Cup, they're defending champions of the league.
Yeah.
So this is a position that the Reds are not used to being in.
Certainly not for the last couple of years. And they have a lot of returning players this year, too. So the rest of the league has really stepped up.
Oh, especially this Dalhousie offensive line is quite impressive. Flushed again out of the Rollins trying to find a receiver. I think back to what you talked about before. The coverage must have been marvelous, but he's able to gain about 5 yards.
Yeah, Rollins making something happen on with his legs there.
Okay, there's 1, 2. He eluded 2 players, and it was somebody coming from behind that was able to take him down. But good move by Rollins. He's able to at least get some yardage, not give up possession of the ball. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 5.
Liam Cesare was the one who ultimately brought him down.
It's looked like a blitz for the Tigers, but it looks like a lot of room on the left-hand side for Rollins, and he's successful with a 1st down out of bounds, just short of center field.
Good. Sorry, go ahead, Ian. Good for Rollins. You know what? That's some leadership right there. He knew exactly what he was going to do on this play. He's tired of these, waiting for coverage to open up. He just takes off.
I don't know if you noticed, but Dalhousie stacked that line when the ball was snapped, making it look like it was a blitz, but everybody dropped back in coverage. So they only sent 4 guys, and Rollins was quick to identify that, to know that he was going to have some space on the left-hand side. 1st down and 10, center field for the Reds.
Oh.
Ball downfield.
Wide. Oh, no. Oh.
Intended receiver was number 84, Nick Parker, but was not even close. It'll be 2nd down for the Reds.
Nick Parker, Nick Parker was in the right spot, but Sam Martin on the Tigers, number 33, had pressure on Jonah, and I think forced Jonah to throw that ball a little earlier than he wanted to.
Well, unable to connect, but looking a little bit more aggressive with their offense. Rollins sets up for 2nd down and 10. Everyone out of the backfield. Flushed again to the left-hand side. Quick throw. Not successful. It's incomplete. Number 14 for the Tigers came close to an interception, David Aravallo, but unsuccessful. It'll be 3rd and 10 from center field.
Yeah, I think Arevalo was. He would have been happy to come up with that catch, of course. But
I got to say, Rollins is real happy he didn't.
Real happy he didn't.
Jonah did a great job. I mean, it was an impressive rush, but still not able to put it together.
Well, and thanks to Jonah's legs, the Reds will have a little improved.
Close to being a block by 25, Julian McCarty.
But the ball's still down.
Ball was loose, but it looks like Dalhousie regained possession.
Proctor bobbled that punt a couple of times. We'll see it again.
For the Reds there.
It was over his head. Right there.
Ooh.
Yeah. Very close. But Tigers do come up with the ball. So what I was saying, so Rollins' legs giving the Reds a little bit improved field position, and what a fantastic little punt over the head of the Tigers receiver, just enough to cause a bobble and create a no return situation.
1st down and 10 for the Tigers, deep in their own zone. Early motion. They do the dive again. Looks like about a 4-yard. As you can see, they're setting up this fake dive end around play.
I think you're right, Ian. I think you're right.
Not that they need to with the way that the offensive line has been working it, but they're keeping their options open.
No, I'd say it's safe to say that is absolutely a play that's going to happen. I think I'd be surprised if it didn't happen before half, and if it didn't pick up a good chunk of yards.
So let's see if Dalhousie decides to go to the air, or they're going to depend on those 5-6 significant Tigers on the offensive line. Looks like they're going to pass. Ball's downfield. over the head of the intended receiver, number 88. That's Ethan Mason. It's going to be third down for the Tigers.
And we see the Tigers punt squad coming out. Going to send it right back to UNB.
Reds have to be happy that they're going to be able to get the ball back, and if the gods are with them, with 2:58 left in the second quarter, see if they can put up a score before we take the halftime break.
Yeah, 2:58. That's not a ton of time. It's not, but it's certainly enough to score some points.
3 minutes left in the first half.
And the punt is off. A little shorter than the excellent punts that we've seen the rest of the day, but fielded by Remillard at the center yard line.
Oh, he's going.
He's got a return.
He's got okay.
Tons of space.
Go. No. Big return.
And it comes down to Liam Massner, who I believe punted. I believe that was the punter. Oh shoot! There's a flag. Flag at about the 50-yard line.
Well, before we get too excited, not good when you see the head referee coming back to where the scrimmage was.
Nope. And it's going to be a hold against UNB. Yep, so that'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So that'll bring the ball back to about where it was fielded.
So it's going to be first down, UNB. Unfortunate. It was the most inspirational play that UNB's had so far, but they're going to take him back 10 yards from the point of infraction. So UNB is going to be setting up shop just over their own 50-yard line, 1st and 10 with 2:39 left in the half.
Yeah, a bit of a disappointing penalty there for UNB. That would have been a fantastic way to end the half. Instead, they've got to do a little more work.
I think we're going to see this ball go deep. That's a flare pass out to the right-hand side. Got some blocking with him. Oh. Not quite able to make the edge. Great tackling by Dalhousie. Daniel Forbes on the tackle.
Pickup of 3. That'll bring up 2nd and 7.
It'll be 2nd and 7, UNB.
Jeff Landine doing a marvelous job of listening to Justin and being able to make sure that everyone in the field knows what you already knew.
Well, we work together as a team. We work together as a team up here. The on-field announcers, the webcast announcers, between all of us, somebody's going to get it right.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Good snap. Scramble by Rollins.
Slightly over the head.
2 potential receivers, but unfortunately neither of them was able to have catch the handle, and now it's going to be 3rd down and... Jeff Landine told me it's 7, not the 8.5. I thought. But.
It's tough rolling to the left. Jonah's a right-handed quarterback. Rolling to the right is a lot easier because the momentum of your body when you throw the ball is working against your legs. Regardless, that'll bring up 3rd down, and the Reds will send out Aaron Hicks to punt the ball.
Poor Justin tonight. He's going to be wondering why do these Tigers hate him?
Let's see if
not much of a rush by the Tigers. They decided to set up more blocking, and quickly snuffed out by the Reds.
Of course, on the last one, the punt went over Luke Proctor's head. This time he respected the punt a little more. However, it looks like there is a Tigers player down now, and after what we saw earlier, this is some very scary memories in people's minds. Field training staff on both teams rush out to tend to the player. And we are going to see what's going on here. It is absolutely not common in this league to see situations where the training staff has to run out to tend to a serious injury. It is quite shocking to see this happen now twice in a single game.
The only solace I can take is I don't see people running in the same way that they did on the first injury. hopefully it's going to be not something that's as significant as the first one was with the Reds player.
I do see the Tigers player moving his arms around, holding his helmet, and it looks like they are helping him up. So that is an excellent sign. Yeah, he is up, being assisted by 2 other players to the sidelines.
That's a leg injury.
Walking moving his legs very gingerly.
Well, that's
his left leg.
That's Luke Proctor.
Yeah, that's Luke Proctor. That is the Tigers' go-to returner.
Also, he's been a running back as well, hasn't
he? He's been carrying the ball. Yeah, I think they've had about 6 people carrying the ball, so I'm not sure who the running back is. But regardless, he's been carrying the ball.
Not good news for the Tigers, and certainly not good news for Luke. And I hope it's not something too serious.
Well, it's a good sign at least that they're able to help him move off the field. It looks like this might be a left ankle issue because he's using his right leg to sort of support himself, in addition to his teammates helping him out.
Well, given the fact that yours truly had all kinds of knee problems, I hope it is an ankle for him because knees are never fun. I wouldn't think it's a knee if they're carrying him like
No, they're not. No, it can't be a knee. It's got to be an ankle, yeah. And one thing that turf fields are great. I love turf fields. But ankle injuries much more common on turf fields than because your foot gets stuck in the ground a little quicker. Yeah.
So we've got third down. No, it's first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, coming off the punt.
2:19 left in the half. Can be another dive play. Left-hand side of the offensive line, brought down quickly by the Bombers. It's going to be second down.
Caden Kwong with the carry.
Caden Kwong picking up about 5 yards.
And 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 Tigers.
And the clock is ticking. I think we'll see. I think we'll just see a series of runs here from the Tigers, looking to get out of the half without allowing the Reds to put any scores on the board. The run plays, of course, chew up a little more time than the passing plays.
Rolling to his right. Good rush by UNB. And he's able to be in the grasp. That's a great sack. A great pressure by number 45, Blake Langille. So it's going to be just after the 2-minute warning. It's 1:50 in the half, and it's going to be third down and long. Good chance that Tigers are going to be punting to the Reds.
Yeah, and I think that's what we see coming on. Sam Shepard was also on that last tackle.
Sam Shepard, the actor?
Yeah, he's here. He's on the field right now.
Didn't know he was such a good football player. Good snap. Oh, blocked by
punt,
UNB.
and the Reds are chasing it down in the end zone, and the Reds recover it in the Tigers' end zone, and that'll be points
Let's
for the
look
Reds.
at the signal. Touchdown!
Touchdown!
Reds!
UNB Reds, special teams, putting the Reds on the board, and the fans loving it.
Let's have some patience. I'm sure Aurora is going to have a great job here on the replay.
Holy smokes, what a play.
And we get the tail end. It's obviously a touchdown for the Reds. That was number 6 who fell on it, Angus Galatly. No flags, please.
I don't see any flags.
We just see the end of the play.
Yeah, so the way that started, and I believe it was Galati and Ethan Ray who teamed up to block that punt.
And we're set up for our second impact on the BMO roof.
And Justin's going to hit that, right? Oh, big time.
Looks
no
like
problem.
It's good.
Justin Remillard kicks the point. Is good for the PAT.
So against the run of play, the Reds are able to score a touchdown on that blocked punt. And the score now 20 for Tigers, 7 for the Reds with 1:36 left in the second quarter.
And just like that, the Reds cutting into the Tigers' lead. And that's not a bad way to end the half. Of course, we do have a minute and a half of football here to go. So the Reds will kick off to the Tigers. The Tigers will get the ball back, and they're going to be looking to switch that momentum. But right now, momentum's pretty hard in Reds' favor.
Well, we'll find out in the second half if the tide is really turned, which of course has nothing to do with the Alabama Crimson Tide. But the red tide of UNB hopefully is going to be able to gain some ground on the Tigers from Dalhousie.
Caden Butt back to receive along with Dante Gabrielli for the Tigers. And this, is this going to go out of bounds? This is going to go out of bounds again. That's two rare mistakes that we've seen today by Remiard on the kickoffs. The first kickoff of the game went out of bounds. Don't know what's going on there. Justin has got to take a little bit of breather, maybe.
I don't know if they're trying a play where somebody's onside trying to get there, but that really hasn't paid off for them.
No, because those kicks are inherently going to be shorter because they're going sideways instead of north-south.
I don't know if we're going to see a replay. We'll see the replay in the signal. I think our head referee's trying out for the Rockettes on Broadway. He's,
I did see that kick.
Quite the kick line.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right, Ian. I think they're trying to play, but it's going too far.
It's not even close to what they're going to be able to do from an onside kick. Regardless, it's first down for Dalhousie. And we have to be surprised that Dalhousie had the dive play, and it was Blake Langille with the tackle for UNB. Emphatic, and made sure that all his friends knew so when he came up, but going to the left-hand side.
Look at this big bear hug. This is just a big bear hug, bringing him down. Oh, boy.
You can see over and over again that Dalhousie offensive line is trying stunts, bringing guards over to the right-hand side or trying to open up different holes. UNB's made some nice adjustments on being able to shut down those gains. The Tigers appreciated in the first quarter. Looking downfield, doesn't able to find targets. Long time in the pocket. Now being flushed out to the left-hand side.
He can run.
Nobody on the perimeter to stop him, and he's out of bounds with what it looks like is a first down for the Tigers with 1:06 left in the second quarter.
No doubt that is a first down. Vogel's legs getting the job done on that play. We've seen him take off a couple of times. It's too bad the Reds couldn't get that sack. They had tons of time with him sitting in the pocket there.
The only good news there is I think Vogel looked at least at 3 different targets, and they were all covered. So good job by the defensive backfield.
Yeah, fantastic coverage.
Another dive play by the Tigers. Small hole, short gain. Less than 5 yards. It's going to be second down for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's a gain of about 3. That'll be second and 7.
No huddle. Tigers are going fast to see if they can get a score before time runs out in the half. Got trips on the right-hand side. Quarterback looks downfield. Oh!
Almost got him. Oh,
he's in the grasp, and the ball's down incomplete. I see if the referee. Yes, the referee's indicating that quarterback was in the grasp, and that's going to be considered a sack by the Reds.
Sam Shepard with the sack on that one. Here we go. Let's see him. Is he down? Is he down? Oh, I don't know. Let's get the video replay on that one. Is that the challenge flag? Is that a challenge flag play?
I think somebody's calling a timeout.
UNB
called a timeout.
Yeah.
I don't know that they can do a challenge flag because they'd have to come up to us, and then obviously we're going to say he was in the grass.
Wait, do we do a video replay, Ian? Can we add that? We got to make up a rule change proposal.
I mean, we'd have to ask our friends at Aurora if they give them the power of being able to call the play back, but I'm not sure that we've ever been able to invoke that kind of control over the game.
Oh, I think that responsibility needs to be bestowed upon us.
Something we can talk to Grand Poobah Brian Freeman about.
We'll talk.
50 seconds left in the half. Tigers able to get this ball off.
Oh, you got to catch that in the air, though, guys.
That's going to be no yards if he touches it.
I see no flag. Oh, yeah, there is a flag. Yeah, that is a no yards penalty.
So not sure that Justin, by design, did this, but by effect, he was able to suck in the Tigers into a no yards position and is able to gain some more ground for the Reds as they scrimmage 1st and 10 midway in their own end with 37 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, so the Reds have a few returners. We've seen Remiard on that one. We've seen Thomas Hoyt on another one. Maybe they need to work on their punt return a little bit because they're letting the ball fall like a few yards in front of them. Like that was a catchable ball.
So that's a 5-yard penalty.
Oh, it's going to be...
First down Reds on their own 37.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry, yeah. 5-yard penalty.
Tigers in a 3-4 defense. They've got people dropping back, expecting that the Reds are going to try and get a reception deeper downfield. Ball's away, out to the flat,
great.
Incomplete.
Pass interference. That's going to be a pass interference penalty,
Did we
though.
see the flag? I didn't.
There's a flag down.
Oh, well done.
With a flag on the play.
Kyle Merck on the Tigers defending that pass. It looked like fantastic
the head
coverage, but I think
referee.
he was too close. And
Pass
it is
interference signal. That's from the spot of the foul. That would be first down repeated.
No, it's first down 15 yards. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Yeah.
I apologize, counselor. I shouldn't be right so often.
No, that's I don't know what I'm thinking.
First down. Good rush outside. Flushed back inside. I don't think he's getting away from
Nope. That's a sack. Ooh, that was a little extra. There's an unnecessary roughness penalty.
Backfield, but there is a late flag.
that. Not sure whether that was too much adrenaline from number 5 for the Tigers or that Rollins said something about his mother, but that's going to be a penalty on Dalhousie Tigers, and I imagine that's going to be 15 yards.
Yeah, no, he's a little frustrated with that one. That's Cesare. He doesn't think it should have been a penalty. He's indicating with his body language there, but the whistle went, and then he tossed.
So that's
and
rough
then he
play.
tossed him. Yeah, that's.
So Justin, I have to ask you, how many times have you seen in these games after a penalty is called that the offending players go, you know, ref, you got that absolutely right?
Well, I mean,
I'm so guilty.
Obviously never, but.
I can't believe he disagreed with the
I think perhaps the issue there was that they blew it when the forward momentum was stopped. The player was not on the ground.
Well, he was surrounded by 3 or 4 players, so
yeah.
No need to bring him down. Big, deep
Big
ball.
pass. Big catch. That's a reception by
Reds. First down, UNB.
Jace Taylor with the big reception. Big, let's do some quick math here. Oh, that was, what, 50 yards? That was almost 50 yards, Ian? 40 yards.
Nice ball. 23 from Dalhousie there to bring him down, Enos Mile. So now it's first down in Tiger territory. Rollins looking again. Ball's away.
Touchdown, UNB! That is to Thomas Hoyt.
To Thomas Hoyt for the UNB touchdown.
And with 14 seconds left in the half, UNB showing not just... Sorry, in the half?
2 touchdowns.
Two touchdowns.
In the second quarter.
Showing not just that they are fighting back, but still very much in this game.
I have a sneaking suspicion that the Dalhousie Tigers head coach will be having a chat with that defensive player who was responsible for rough play.
Yeah, no kidding. And the kick is good off the roof of the BMO Center. And it went over. There we go. Ball's gone.
Is that the first ball over this?
Somebody's got it. That's the first one we've seen go over this year. Somebody's got to get that ball now.
We had a flag on the play. See what the head referee has to say.
So if this PAT stands, well, it's a one possession game regardless now.
Well, we were having a discussion as to whether the red tide would flow onto the side of UNB, and very quickly they've turned this game around to be very competitive.
So yeah, there was a flag against Dalhousie, so the PAT is good, making the score 20 to the Dalhousie Tigers, to the 16 for the UNB Reds.
So while we were talking about the penalty for against Dalhousie, we don't want to take away what Rollins was able to do with those 2 passes to get that quick touchdown. I mean, it did help very much what the field position was, but it was the UNB offense and Rollins who came up with 2 big passes to get that other touchdown after UNB was able to block that punt.
Yeah, Rollins threw a 40-yard pass followed by a 20-yard touchdown pass. just bullets down the field. Great passes, great receptions by Jace Taylor and Thomas White, respectively.
UNB kicking off to the Tigers with 14 seconds left in the second quarter. They're trying
There's
something
that
again
short
to the
one,
left-hand
yeah.
side, but this shouldn't go. No. Oh, it was put out of bounds by the Tigers player.
Smart Tigers play there.
Now, was the UNB player that close? I'm wondering if it wasn't better to get the penalty.
Well, no, I think. Well, we're going to see it here. See, he's coming.
yeah,
he was coming
absolutely.
in. Yeah.
So number 30 for UNB, Ethan Ray.
So on those, Ethan doesn't have to gain possession. If Ethan can knock it out of bounds, that is that makes it the Reds.
Well, especially because he's onside.
Yeah.
So that one, I can see why they've been trying it. And while they've been having a tough time executing it, it certainly puts the Tigers under pressure.
Yeah.
14 seconds, as we said. I don't know. Did time run by on that?
I don't.
Didn't I say
No, because nobody gained possession. It was knocked right out of bounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time ticks away now, though, and it looks like the Tigers are going to kneel and take this score, a 6-point lead, into the locker rooms for the break in between. And there we go.
There it is.
So again, we've had so many things happen. We've got Tigers dominating the first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter. We had a serious injury that took a long delay. It didn't look like the Reds were going to be able to respond very quickly in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the half. UNB's been able to get 2 unanswered touchdowns to make the score 20 for the Tigers, 14 for the Reds. Before we sign off, Justin, anything else we need to let everybody know?
No, just really exciting half of football that we just went through. Exciting half of football coming up, and before you run and get a beverage, don't forget you can get your 50-50 tickets. You can get them on. Can we put the QR code up on the screen? There will be QR code coming up here in a second. You can use the QR code that's about to be visible on your screen. Go to hit the link, click purchase, choose your ticket option, enter your credit card billing information. Those draws are accessible through online purchases only. There will be no cash or card sales on site. Participants must be at least 19 years of age and must be physically in New Brunswick. I don't see the QR code on the screen. That's okay. You can go to rafflebox.ca/raffle/UNB Reds football. Have a good half.
So at the break, everyone have a nice break, and we're going to see, remember, you have to have those 50-50 purchases before the beginning of the fourth quarter, and we're going to see if we can get Justin talking any faster in the third quarter. Everybody have a great break. We'll be back to see you. And welcome back, everybody. This is the start of the third quarter. Big excitement on the end of the second quarter with UNB having 14 unanswered points, but we're about to start the second half with the Tigers kicking off to the Reds.
Ball is off, fielded cleanly by Jace Taylor for a return of about 15 yards, bringing it out to the Reds' 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Ranye Egbuna was with the tackle. I knew I'd going to have to say that name today. First down and 10 for the Reds. Let's see if they can keep the momentum they were able to build up at the end of the second quarter.
What an exciting... Oh, there we go. I was muted. What an exciting end to the
It's okay.
second,
You were loud
the first
enough
half.
they heard you through my
They heard you
microphone.
through yours, yeah. Yeah. You get the headphones on. I'm sure we're disturbing everybody else in the booth.
Dive by the Reds. Nice hole. He's still going.
Way to drive that pile.
Almost gets to a first down. Gives the Reds offense all kinds of options for their second down play.
That's Matt LaFleur showing off his physical power.
Again, great job by the Reds offensive line.
Takes, I think 5 Tigers were in on that tackle.
I have a sneaking suspicion that Coach Sturgeon lit a fire under these guys at halftime.
No doubt. I also suspect we're going to see a dive play.
And you're right. Nice hole. Wide open. Good first down for the Reds. Past their own 40-yard line.
Those 2 quick touchdowns at the end of the first half, combined with what I'm sure was very passionate, slightly threatening halftime speech by Coach Sturgeon, has these Reds running hard to start the second half.
First down and 10 for the Reds. Looks like a blitz coming for the Tigers. It is. Big run out to the right-hand side. See if he's able to catch the corner. No, number 3, Daniel Forbes, able to have the tackle with the Tigers.
Pick up a couple
Looks
of
like
yards.
we got another injury.
Oh, Matt's just gas. He's a little gas. That's Matt LaFleur there. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit.
It's either that, but I think he's talking about either a pectoral or somewhere around the shoulder. Regardless, it's second down. Looks like being generous to say there's 8 yards to go. Good time for the Tigers to call a blitz. So it looks like they got a 3-4 set on their defense right now. Rollins looking downfield. He's flushed out.
Take off.
He's able to come up the middle and just shy of their own 50-yard line. He's got at least 4, if not 5 yards to go before a first down. Good chance that they're going to have to punt to the Tigers.
That's, yeah, it looks like it's going to be about 3 yards. I do not see the punt squad coming out.
Well, it looks like Coach Sturgeon is going to lay it all on the line.
He sees them playing hard, running hard. He wants to maximize this momentum that they seem to have going.
Looking downfield. Deep
Big
ball.
pass. Wide open.
He's open. Good
Caught
catch.
by Jace Taylor for a huge pickup.
Big first down and a gamble on third down by the Bombers.
Big 35-yard pass there.
And no huddle. Looks like the Reds are going to go right away.
Wow. I'd love to see this aggressive play calling here.
3-4 again for the Tigers.
And it's going to be another
Quick
pass.
snap there, blitzing. Wide open. No. Just over the 10-yard line. Another first down for the Reds. First down and goal.
This is an entirely different team we're seeing right now.
Sending LaFleur back in. Coach Sturgeon trying to remind everybody that if they have the ball, the other team can't score.
Well, and I really like, Coach Sturgeon loves run and run plays, but those are a couple of big pass plays. I love seeing the.
Let's
the
see if he
mix-up.
continues to go through the air. Or they're going to bring it. He's got Lafleur in the backfield, so for sure they're going to give it to Lafleur. Big tackle, number 14 for Dalhousie. That's David Arevalo. Wow, I got that.
Good job. That's great.
Well, with the kind of tutelage that we had from Mr. Landine on the occasional names that might be harder to pronounce, we're cooking with gas. It's going to be second down and goal for the Reds. Motion to the right. Looks downfield, deep ball.
He's open. Does he have it? He's got
Touchdown!
a touchdown! UNB! And this could put the Reds in the lead. And that was complete. Rollins complete to. I'm sorry, I didn't see the. That is Nick Parker.
Nick Parker, a big catch. So 3 unanswered touchdowns by the Reds versus the Tigers. Significant comeback. Now tied at 20, and the Reds setting up for the extra point.
Completes to Nick Parker for UNB's 3rd touchdown.
And the point is good.
With the point after.
UNB takes the lead in the second game of the Alumni Cup. 21, Tigers 20. They'll be kicking the ball to the Tigers. So extremely entertaining for all the fans that came out today, and I hope it's entertaining for all of you who are joining us today. Again, it's Justin Wise and Ian McMillan bringing you this game with our friends from Aurora. Big, exciting game for UNB, and we'll see if the tide will continue to flow for the Reds in this third quarter.
3 quick touchdowns with a halftime break in the middle by UNB. And UNB is 25 and a half minutes and 12 points away from winning their 3rd consecutive Alumni Cup.
Well, pretty impressive by UNB. They've certainly made all kinds of adjustments, took off the Coach Sturgeon's predictable dive plays and started to air the ball, and Rollins and his respective receivers are doing a marvelous job of pressuring the Tigers. They're trying this, I don't know if you'd call it an onside kick, but that's interesting. That's what it is. There was contact by the Tigers before that ball came close. I think they're going to call the Tigers for blocking the Reds player who had a chance to go for the ball. Or are they just throwing the flag because it went out of bounds? Probably the latter.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little confused to see them trying to kick it sort of mid-distance over and over and over again.
I think the head referee picked up that ball flag. They called procedure, but they didn't give them any extra yards on it.
Yeah, I'm confused by that. Regardless, here we go.
The only thing I can think of is that the Tigers might have had an option to make them kick again. And when they decline, they just get the ball where it went out of bounds. Good dive by the Tigers, making probably around 7 yards on the right-hand side of their offensive line. 10:15 left in the third quarter. Things have changed considerably from when we were talking to you in the second quarter that the Reds have taken a lead in this second game of the Alumni Cup.
And now we're going to need to see the Reds defense slow down this very strong Tigers offense.
Early motion by the Tigers. They're doing another dive play. Big hole. 30 still going. Oh, huge gain by the Tigers. Luckily, number 40 for the Reds, Aaron Olofsson, was able to stop him from gaining any more ground.
Brennan Hines picking up over 25, 26, 27 yards, somewhere in that range, off a run up the middle.
Well, UNB looked like they were able to do some pretty good job of taking care of that Dalhousie offensive line, but I think they've come back to do some dominance. 3-4 set up for the Reds. Here's your end around. Big hole outside. Should be a good gain for the Tigers.
That's another first down for the Tigers. coming into the UNB red zone.
I'm happy I wasn't just whistling Dixie on his end around prediction.
No, that's right.
Picks up a first down for the Tigers.
That's a nice first down for the Tigers.
And that's a good moment to deploy that play as well, trying to kick back at the 3 unanswered scores by UNB.
End-to-end action in our football game today. UNB trying to stem the tide.
Oh, this time Reds defenders led by Ethan Ray plugging up that run really quick with the assistance of Jaron Killam.
So apologies to anybody who's not a Shakespearean educator, but I believe the Tigers were hoist on their own petard on that play, being a little bit too complex. It's going to be 2nd down and 11 with a little more than 8 minutes left in the third quarter.
Well, you're seeing a lot of adjustments and readjustments that each team is making to the other team's advances.
Looking downfield.
Almost a sack.
Flush to the left. Good catch.
Yeah, fantastic catch by Caden Butt.
But what?
But he went out of bounds.
So 3rd down for the Tigers. I think they're sending out their field goal.
I think you're right. We know he can make it from this distance.
But can he put it over the roof like the last game?
We'll see. Remillard put it over the roof.
Tension builds.
Somebody had to go get that ball.
Tension builds.
It might have hit a car. This car is parked on the
car?
other side of that
I don't
field
know.
house.
Liam Masner is the kicker for Dalhousie.
Oh, Reds offside. Oh, but they're saying Reds are saying that Tigers moved.
Head referee looking for counsel.
So the Reds' defensive line encroached on the neutral zone, but the Reds are saying that the Tigers' offensive line moved. So the officials are going to...
You saying they were induced?
They may have been induced.
And, of course, as we can expect, the Tigers are pointing at the Reds and the Reds are pointing at the Tigers. Nice of them to get along like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Here comes the signal.
That's against the
Offside, Reds.
Penalty is offside.
Now, does that give them a first down?
Oh, it does. It does. That is a costly penalty.
Here comes the change of personnel. It'll
Yeah.
be 1st down and goal for the Tigers.
Oh.
Don't say it.
That's going to result in a first down for the Tigers.
But for the want of a nail, a drive was lost. Small things make huge differences in these games.
Yep.
Just a flinch by the Reds lineman now puts the ball back in the hands with 3 more chances to get a touchdown for the Tigers.
Fundraiser Dana Martin and Claude LeBlanc. You both are proud owners of decommissioned UNB football helmets, and you can pick those up at the community fundraiser table at the main entrance.
So let's see if the Reds are able to recoup from that mistake. Oh, yep. Again, I can't read Coach Sturgeon's lips, but he's not praying. First down and goal for the Tigers, 7:43 in the third quarter. Dive play is able to make a short gain. Still not in for the touchdown. It's going to be 2nd down and goal.
Brennan Hines with the carry. He gets it down inside the
I am
5.
impressed with the depth of the Tigers' running backs.
Again, change of personnel. Now that's a change of the quarterback too.
That is a change of the quarterback. They're sending in what we affectionately call the jumbo squad, where they are just going to try to muscle this ball 4 yards into the end zone, and they're going to take 2 tries to do it. They will, if they are unsuccessful this time, they will not attempt a field goal, I assure you.
So number 7, Dante Gabrielli, is now at quarterback for the Tigers.
So this is a wildcat play. Dante's going to run it himself. Oh, maybe not.
Nope.
Oh,
big play by the
tackle
Reds.
by Ethan Ray. We keep saying Ethan Ray. Ethan Ray is having one fantastic game today. He is involved in lots of
Watch the
tackles.
replay. Watch Ethan come, probably from the right-hand side. Yes, it
Boom.
is. He came from the totally other side that Dalhousie was sending. So now Dalhousie's setting up for the field goal. So no harm, no foul on that offside. Only thing they were able to lose on that was a little bit of time on the clock. And must be inspirational for that Reds defense to be able to stop them twice by having them in such close proximity to the goal line.
Huge bend but don't break situation for the Reds defense. Good for them. And
Kick
that
is up.
field goal is good.
Masner's field goal is good.
So Tigers able to regain the lead in the third quarter with the score of 23, UNB Reds 21.
But the good news for the Reds is that they held them to 3 points on that drive, which means that it is still a one-possession game. And the Reds can retake the lead with a touchdown. Before we get going, there's one thing that we should have mentioned earlier. It's happening on the field. It happened on the field today. We have every home game. The Reds are doing a community fundraiser this year. The 3 regular season home games, and there is a different cause being supported each week. Last week was one of the units at the Dr. Everett Chalmers Hospital here in Fredericton. This week they are running a community fundraiser for student hunger relief. So they're drawing tickets for decommissioned Reds helmets in support of student hunger. So thank you for supporting that, Reds fans.
UNB scrimmaging from their own 35. Dive play up the middle, good hole. Matt LaFleur almost to the 40-yard line. And while you were giving the PSA, Justin, just to mention people, I believe that the team that's been scored against has the option to start from the 35-yard line versus a kickoff, and that's what they did.
Thank you. Why we didn't see a kickoff on that one, yeah.
I think given the way that Rollins has been able to move the team, why wouldn't you put it in his hands right away and take away that chance of not being able to handle the kick properly?
Yeah.
I'm sure this is going in the air. Flushed out. Oh. Good tackle by the Tigers. 59.
That is Christian Riley for the Tigers, getting in a little more than a shoestring tackle, maybe like an ankle tackle. Taking down Jonah when Jonah tried to take off.
They did that with a 3-man rush. That was impressive by the Tigers defense. Different than what they did in the earlier drive. Looks like it's prudent for the Reds to punt back to the Tigers. Oof. Tigers not even trying to rush that.
Oh.
Ball comes back with a little bit of backspin, and it's out of bounds. It's going to be Tigers scrimmaging from the red side of center field.
That ball hit the ground and bounced back towards the Reds 5 yards.
That had the kind of action that I like my golf ball to have when I come out of a bunker. Rarely do I see that happen, but that's the whole plan.
Well, the Reds didn't want to see that there, that's for sure. So the Tigers getting possession on the Reds side of the field.
So if I'm the defensive coach from the Reds, I'm trying to find any way I can to try and get an early turnover here from the Tigers. And the Tigers trying to make it hard. Boy, the UNB defense is stepping up. Number 45 for UNB, Blake Langille with another tackle. I think we've mentioned his name at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, there seems to be, we see a couple of times.
He comes from the right-hand side.
Yeah.
That's how UNB's changing this. Dalhousie's doing an excellent job down the middle and whatever side they're running to, but they're leaving that perimeter open, and now UNB's got their linebackers on either side of the perimeter ready to jump in, and in that case, they're actually lost a yard, so it's 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, they're rushing from the side that they're not running to.
Looking downfield, UNB's got a nice pressure there, but it's a nice screen pass to 18 for the Tigers. He's made a great game.
Well-executed screen pass to Caden Kwong.
Well, it makes sense. UNB's doing a good job of blitzing, so let's take advantage of that gap that's going to happen on the blitz, and then they've got a straight-up screen play.
Yeah, great. Now you see, move, counter, move. Great counter move by the Tigers' offensive play callers.
First down on UNB's 30, 3:45 left in the third quarter. Fake the end around. Quick inside seam play.
Great catch and run by the Tigers. Fumble in the end zone, though. Not a touchdown.
We're looking for the signal. UNB thinks that Tigers fumbled the ball in the end zone. There's a conference with the officials coming to the head ref. I'm looking forward to this replay.
Carter Ball, the Reds defender on that.
Here comes the head referee. Yes, it's going to be a UNB ball. And there it is. First down. Let's watch him go into the end zone. Yes, from the outside. Number 2, Aaron Hicks, was able to cause the fumble as the Tiger player crossed the goal line.
Oh, we've got to see that replay again, though.
Or it had to be before he crossed the goal line.
Yeah, can we see that replay again? There we go. Wow. Yeah, just inches outside of the end zone. Thank you very much. Great replay. Wow.
If you thought we hadn't had everything so far in this game, I wouldn't have predicted seeing that play. First down for UNB, 3:25 in the third quarter. Rollins looking downfield, flushed again from the pocket. He's scrambling and decides to slide into second, if that's the appropriate analogy on the BMO field. He'll be short of the first down, but not very far. Looks like he's got about another 3 yards to go.
Yeah, good pickup, about 7 yards. Coming back to that last play, that was Davo with the reception. Great reception. Carter Ball was right in his back pocket, but Davo just had half a step on him, got away from him. And then Aaron Hicks comes out of nowhere to knock that ball loose. Fantastic play by the Reds defenders. 2nd and 3.
Running play. Looks to the right-hand side.
Oh, yeah.
Close to getting a first down.
That's a first down.
It depends on where the... If you guys remember John Madden, he'd talk about it depended on whether the official was going to use his left foot or his right foot to make the mark as to whether he got the first down. I think either foot by number 65, the official, are going to have a first down, Reds.
Yeah, that's and that was Matt LaFleur just driving the pile with his just his overbearing physicality. Overbearing.
Single back in the backfield. Flare pass out to the right-hand side. Good blocking.
Great play by Jace Taylor.
He's taken out of bounds by Ben Melanson.
To come pretty close to, yeah, so that'll bring up 2nd and 2. Pretty close to a first down.
UNB got the beginnings of a nice drive. After dodging a significant bullet with creating the fumble on their own 1-yard line when the Tigers were driving. 2nd and 2. Tigers blitzing. LaFleur up for a first down. Reds over the 45-yard line.
2 yards and more, and it's a first down, UNB.
Yeah, so that's a first down to the 45-yard line for the Reds. They are fighting for every inch of field out there today.
Because offensive linemen don't get mentioned enough, Sean Preston had the big block that was able to release Fleur up the middle. He had a blitzing linebacker coming up, and he made sure he wasn't able to get a hold of Matt. First down for the Reds. 5-man rush. Rollins flushed again. He's still going, though.
Yeah, he makes back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, no gain on the play. But with enough Tigers around, it's a good thing he was able to keep possession. So interesting how Coach Sturgeon was sending the ball deep in a number of series of plays. They've become a little bit more conservative here to try and maintain possession, but we'll see if Rollins is going to air this one out. Fakes the dive.
Oh,
Big rush by the Tigers.
big sack.
75.
That is
Jason Z.
Jason Z, the first Tiger defender to the quarterback.
With the loss,
And that'll bring out UNB's punt squad.
So that, I think, was a coverage sack. Good tackle by Jason, but Rollins was set up to send that ball deep downfield, and he had to pull it back.
Well, and just as you said, Ian, you're curious why Coach Sturgeon wasn't going back to the long pass. Well, there he tried. Short
Off the
punt,
side of the
short
foot of the
punt.
punter. Stays in bounds. That's no yards.
Shoot, so that'll be
Logan Box was within that 5 yard circumference that he was supposed to stay out of, and that's going to give another 5 yards to the Tigers as they scrimmage. First down and 10.
a net gain. That'll be end up being a net gain of only about 15.
It's the end of the third quarter. We're going to be switching sides. So not only do we have an exciting game here, and still the result in question on this particular game, but the Reds also trying to climb that hill to see if they can score enough points to retain the Alumni Cup. The only bad news here is that now nobody can buy the 50-50 tickets, and we will soon let you know what that jackpot is.
Great point, Ian. Yeah. What an exciting, really quarter and a half there, the end of the second quarter and certainly the third quarter. The Reds showing new life after a sort of sluggish open to the game. Reds defense, man, they're just fighting. They are fighting.
So big difference from being down so much in the first half, but the Tigers still lead by 2 points in this game, and therefore are still leading by a considerable amount in the Alumni Cup competition.
So, yeah, the 50-50 jackpot is up to $320. When the moment exactly that it closes, I'm not sure. It should be closed any moment now.
Scrambling out to the right-hand side. He's still not down. Two players forced to bring him down close to, basically it'd be the 46 of the Red Bombers.
That is, if it's not a first down, it's inches from it. I think that's a first down. This is the right foot, left foot, Ian.
I think so.
Oh, we seem to have a Reds player.
In a little bit of distress.
Yeah. Very fortunately not.
That was a
not
first
this-
down for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's a first down for the Tigers. Doesn't look like it's a serious issue on the field, fortunately. We've seen enough of that today. That's Daniel Levac getting off the field on his own power. Bit of a limp. Hopefully he can work that out and get back on the field.
UNB injured player.
Tigers offensive lineman Louis Fissette shot putting a water bottle back to the sidelines. Discusing a water bottle back to the sidelines.
Got motion off to the left-hand side. Fake the dive play, flare pass. UNB looks like they've got it contained. No, he's away. Dalhousie able to get a first down even after 2 or 3 Red defenders were able to get their hands on him, but not able to bring down Ethan Lord.
Lord showing immense elusiveness on that play. Oh, we're not going to see it all. He broke 3 tackles, I think, before, and 3 good tacklers too.
I think it's important while the Tigers are driving that we give congratulations to one of the Tiger founders and one of my great buddies, Rick Rivers, on the arrival of his 5th grandchild. So congratulations, Rick.
Well, congratulations, Rick. That's fantastic.
Ooh. Double reverse.
Double reverse.
A little bit of holding by 18. We'll see if we get the call.
What a
UNB able to
shoestring
snuff
tackle.
that out. If we watch the replay, I seriously think 18's guilty of holding on this play.
But Sam Shepard wasn't fooled.
So watch 18 here. Maybe not. Close.
He was close.
Being a Homer commentator like myself, I was looking for the holding call, but it's UNB snuffed that out. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
I think if Sam Shepard didn't break that, it would have been a hold.
He's a great defensive player and a marvelous actor. Tigers looking downfield. Nice look in pattern. Easy catch. First down for number 88. Ethan Mason, as Jeff Landine reminded us.
That's good for a first down.
The jackpot, the 50-50 is now closed with a jackpot of $320. So we will see. See if I can figure out who won this.
Oh, penalty against the Tigers. So that square in first down has been negated. And the ball comes way back. That was rough play. Oh, sorry, holding. I thought I saw the fist come out from the referee, but that's holding to Dalhousie. So again, the Dalhousie coaching staff can't be very happy about taking away such a significant gain. A couple of ticks less than 13 minutes left in the game. 3-4 defense by UNB. Looking downfield again. Good coverage. Incomplete. Devo was the intended receiver. That's incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Good chance that the Tigers are going to be kicking to the Reds.
And it's incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down.
So leading by 2, the Tigers are going to punt to the Reds. Let's see if the Reds can regain some of that momentum they had at the end of the second quarter and the beginning of the third. Bit of a delay here.
50-50 draw stands at $320 right now.
Looks like the Tigers are all set to go here. Head officials making his notes. All set to whistle it in. Checking with both teams. High, but not too deep. Got to watch out for the something got blown up. I think when it's short, the officials blow it up so that it's not in contention as far as being no yards. But be 1st down and 10 for the Reds.
Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Thanks, Nick.
And looks like they're going to set up shop on their own 31-yard line with 12:33 left in the 4th quarter. Again, looking to see if the Reds offense can regain that momentum they had at the end of the second and the beginning of the third quarters.
The Reds take over at their own 31 with a first down.
Rollins with one back in motion to the left-hand side. Looks downfield. Nothing there. Wide open in the middle. Big gain just over center field. First down, Reds.
What a great little sidearm pass by Jonah Rollins on that one.
I bet you that was his 3rd choice on that.
I think so too.
It's a first down.
He was looking out to the left, at least a second, and then a bit of a quick little sidearm bullet
Play
to Remillard.
32. Kyle Merck was one of the 2 tacklers that brought him down. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Reds. Dive play. Stopped after really only about 3 yards of a gain. It'll be 2nd down. I don't know what the Reds gain by doing a dive play and then faking that it's going to be a flare pass to the outside. I think this defense is reacting too quickly to just the basic run. And maybe they're setting something up, so shame on me for pointing that out because I'm really not sure what the coaches are trying to drive, but they've done so well when they're looking downfield. Rollins steps back. Open.
Oh!
Through the hands.
Flag down. We have a flag down. That's got to be a pass
And
interference.
another
I think.
flag down.
Off his fingers. There is a flag
Yeah,
on the
I think
play,
there's. Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's 2 flags on this. I think he
Inten-
said something to the official, and he threw the
Thomas
flag
Hoyt
in.
was the intended receiver. Let's see if what we got on the replay. Conference of the officials. See if we have consensus.
I wonder if we might have an objectionable conduct on the end of that. I mean, maybe I could be misreading.
Well,
but
you
if
think
the
there's going to be 2 penalties?
Well, the official, he said he looked at the official and he said something, and then the official picked up his flag and threw it again. So whether he was just emphasizing the play call or whether there's 2 penalties, I'm not sure.
Let's see what the head referee has to tell us. Pass interference, Dalhousie.
Objectionable conduct.
Objectionable conduct.
Yeah.
Dalhousie, 2 penalties. Huge.
2 penalties on the play. Pass interference
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
not
let's
su-
see if.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh,
yeah.
it was 23.
and objectionable.
23 celebrating over the Reds player after the ball went through his hands.
Okay.
And just to be nice to his parents, we're not going to tell you 23's name.
You know, discipline is hard. Well, while they're moving, I'm going to say really quickly, the 50-50 has been drawn. It's a $320 jackpot. The winner is ticket number C-1122. The winner is Ron Boudreau. Congratulations, Mr. Boudreau. You will be contacted in short order to collect your winnings. So the total jackpot is $320. Mr. Boudreau will get half of that. And half will go to 50-50. Thank you all to 50-50 purchasers for supporting the Reds. The 50-50 draw for the next Reds home game will open on Monday. So you will be able to use the same link for this game to purchase 50-50 for the next game.
So it's first down and goal for the Reds, just inside their 10-yard line of Dalhousie. Rollins looking downfield. Let's the corner pattern. Incomplete.
Well defended. Well defended.
Tigers have to
by-
be careful with these celebrations because after the play was done, the cornerback was busy celebrating. And after that objectionable conduct they got on that earlier play, I think less is more.
Well, did he just pick up another flag? Did he throw another flag on that one?
Watch this. Head referee's coming out. Dalhousie doesn't look happy. Pass interference. That's a pass interference call. That'll be half the distance to the goal line.
Let's see if we can see it here.
If he had contact before the ball made.
Well, that's interesting because and that was
Well, that's interesting. They put the ball on the 1-yard line. So it's going to be first and goal from the 1-yard line for the Reds. There's still time. The ebb and flow of a titanic physical contest between the Tigers and the Reds. Buckle up. Here it comes. LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur, that's a touchdown.
Touchdown,
UNB.
Reds.
And the Reds will retake the lead with 10:32 left in the game in the fourth quarter. So I believe on that. Okay, we'll see the replay here with Matt running it in.
And as the strains of Bombers Away plays at BMO Field, as you said, Justin, the Reds have regained the lead. Now, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
They're ahead in the game, but they need more points for the Alumni Cup. Do they try for a 2-pointer?
Ooh, I wouldn't.
Well, they're not.
No, they're not. I wouldn't. I think what you've got to do is play
Kick
for this
is up.
game.
It's good.
Oh, and
Players down.
Reds player is grabbing his knee. He's getting up. He's okay, but he got banged on the knee, and that is
Grayson Rudders. Isn't he the backup quarterback?
he's the backup quarterback and Tony Proudfoot Memorial Scholarship recipient
right.
this year.
With the touchdown, UNB regains.
So I just want to come back to that interception, the pass interference call. That was Nick Parker, and Nick had, I believe it was Nick Parker. It might have been Thomas Hoyt. It was one or the other. And he really, I was surprised that he didn't come up with that ball because it looked like he had him beat. Then once we saw the replay and we saw that little shove right before the ball got there, the PI call made sense. And then because it was a pass interference in the end zone, that's why they placed it on the 1-yard line. So costly penalty against the Tigers,
Absolutely.
but had he not done that, it might have been a touchdown.
So right now it's 28 for the Reds, 23 for the Tigers with 10:32 left in the game. So Justin, what's the deficit on the Alumni Cup now?
Why are you asking me to do math?
Because I can't.
7 points?
I
7
think so.
points.
So
So they need 8 points to win.
a touchdown with a 2-point conversion wins them the Alumni Cup.
Good coverage by the Reds kickoff team.
52.
Return by
Donnie Sharp.
Butt.
He said it was Bunts.
He's brought down by
Caden Butt was the returner. Yeah. So
Donnie
it was Caden Butt. He was brought down
But by Donnie Sharp.
by Donnie Sharp. So yeah, I think well, Ian, you said you asked the question before. Do you go for 2 points? Well, that'll be a much more relevant question if the Reds are able to score another touchdown here.
So if you want to be conservative, you can tie it. And
What do
then
we do with the
and what do
tie?
they do? They take a chainsaw and slice it in two?
We have I know there's a process.
Or
I don't
do they
know
go
what
into
it is.
overtime?
They
First
do
down
not.
and 10 for the Tigers. Dive play. We've seen that multiple times today.
Brennan Hines, and he picks his way forward for a short gain.
There is some kind of tiebreaker. It might be points 4 or something like that. I don't know.
So big change of personnel. I'm venture to say that the defensive coaches of the Reds think this is going to be a pass. So the cumulative poundage of the defensive line has been diminished considerably. Downfield to his left, the quarterback's looking. It's a flare pass, a nice square in. Easy first down for the Tigers. Very similar to the play that we had down here earlier that got called back from a holding play. But Dalhousie's got great discipline on these square in patterns.
Yeah, great catch by Ethan Mason, the receiver on that. What a battle. What a great football game we are able to see today. Fans at home, I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am.
And we try the dive play to the right. Small gain.
Rally with the carry. He's tackled by Alex.
Ethan Ray was the stopper on that one, and he's coming off. And now we've had a change of personnel. It's going to be 2nd and 8. I love it when I get these names, these numbers right that Trevor's putting up on the board.
It's always tough guessing the down and distance because
Well,
you can't quite see.
Trevor's always perfect on
He's
these
good.
things.
He's good.
Good snap. Quarterback's
Keep
looking
it.
for the keeper. Wide open. We're UNB selling the farm on these pass plays, and Vogels is taking advantage of that.
I bet Vogel saw that on the
Let's
prior
watch
play.
this on the play. They're only sending, they're sending 5 people, but still it opens up. It's again the power of that Tiger offensive line.
Vogel's made this decision real early on. He might have planned to do that
What was it
before
called?
pre-snap.
If you, I would imagine that they've got a quick checkoff. If one of the receivers isn't open right away, then you know he's going to be scooting.
Yeah.
First down for the Tigers. Dive play, big hole. Significant
first down.
gain for the Tigers.
Wrong with the carry.
Braden McNamee with the tackle for the Reds.
Down by Braden McNamee.
It's going to be another first down for the Tigers. They're driving. 7:12 left in the game.
Caden, Caden was carrying the ball there, but he didn't have a whole lot of work to do. The offensive line opened up a gap the size of a truck for him to run through.
Tigers spreading out the offense. First down, I'm guessing this is a running play. What do I know? Looks downfield, post pattern. He's open, overthrown though. Number 85, the intended receiver, Colin Munn.
Yeah, a bit of a rare overthrow there by Vogels.
Second down for the Tigers. He was open.
Wide. That would have been a touchdown, yeah.
Free safety not able to get over in time, but that was negated by receiver and quarterback not able to make the connection. It's going to be second down. This is a huge play for the Reds. Three down linemen. Here's the dive play off the left-hand side. They're able to stop before the first down, so an interesting decision for the coaching. They think they've got a first down.
It might be close to a first down. It is not a first down. It is not a first down. It's third. That'll bring up 3rd and 1.
So do they go or do they go for the field goal?
Ooh. This is we've seen them make a field goal.
They're not going to kick a field goal.
They're going to go for this, aren't they? Why wouldn't they go for this? They haven't had a problem with
They'd go for a field goal because while they might lose this game, they can win the Alumni Cup. I don't think it's of interest for them that the Alumni Cup puts predominance over this game, but it would be one of their potential decisions. They're going to run this.
That's a first down and then some.
That offensive line of the Tigers is doing a marvelous job.
Caden Kwong dragged Alec Ferris almost 5 yards before he brought him down.
First down, Tigers.
Tigers are driving deep into red zone.
We've seen the Reds do a bend but don't break red zone defense once this game. Let's see if they can.
We've got a Tiger player who's feeling a little worse for wear. They'll probably be replacing him soon. 5:30 left in a fantastic game so far.
So the ball is on the Reds' 14-yard line? I guess that's the 14-yard line. Yeah.
Ooh, this is a bit of a loss for the Tigers. Caden Kwong is the one who's being carried off. Looks like an ankle injury.
Ooh. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully he can get back out, but he may be done. Having said that, the Tigers have demonstrated a great depth at the running back position,
So big challenge for the Reds defense as the Tigers are threatening first down and 10. Rolling to his right, looks downfield, looking for left.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Overthrew his intended receiver, number 9, Matt Lawton. So I would imagine that they'd set up Matt Lawton on the right-hand side, and then they brought him against the flow to see if he'd be open, and he was open. And just Vogels wasn't able to make the connection. It's going to be second down with 5:17 left in the game.
Great play. That was a great design play.
Why is the clock running?
I do not know why the clock is running.
I would imagine with an incomplete that it would have stopped. Oh, I think he blew it in.
It would go start again once he blew it in, but yeah.
Again, looking back for the pass. He was setting up a screen.
Oh, and he's just going to throw it away.
It's away in the corner.
Wow. Sam Shepard nearly getting another sack.
Good defense by the Reds. Let's see if we can see what's going to happen here. We've got zone coverage by the Reds.
Great coverage on
Really
that.
good. He just had to overthrow that to make sure that I think they're going to go for this.
Great decision by Vogels to throw it away like that.
So big challenge for the Reds here. Third down and 10. See what kind of magic the Tigers' offensive brain trust can come up with.
This is huge. This is a big play for the Reds. Big play for the Tigers.
They're doing a crossing pattern off to the left-hand side. Incomplete. We don't see a flag.
What a great defensive play. And who was that? Was that Carter Ball on the defense on that?
I think so. We'll watch on the replay.
Yeah.
Watch. They're doing a crossing pattern on the left-hand side.
Tricky play.
And then they bring the guy from outside.
No, not Carter Ball.
25.
That's Daniel Levac. Daniel Levac with the absolutely top-notch pass defense on that one. So the Tigers are going to walk away without any points on that drive. The Reds are going to take over on their own 14-yard line.
So, Justin, I think you used the term bend, not break. I think it was a perfect example of just that.
The Reds today, this is 2, maybe 3 times we've seen them really step up when the ball gets in their own red zone.
First down and 10 from just inside their own 15. I would imagine that Jonah Rollins is going to put this ball in the air. And he doesn't. Matt LaFleur, the ball carrier, gets it to around the 18-yard line.
Yeah, Coach Sturgeon just trying to get a little bit of distance between the line of scrimmage and the end zone.
I really like the term consistent but not predictable, but it's starting to be predictable.
It's I mean, for us, Coach Sturgeon is predictable.
Well, if we figured it out, I think the Dalhousie defense did.
They're smart. They know. They know. That's why they're not getting those big breakaways on the leads.
Blitz by the Tigers. Another running play by UNB.
And that'll bring up third down. And it's a dance party here at BMO Field.
A determined run takes it within 2 of the first down. It'll be
They're going to punt.
Yeah, you know what? I bet Vince thought for a second about running it. But gotta hope for a good punt here. Just some situational awareness, and you know what? Toss it out to our friends at Aurora for discussing this behind us. It is now raining on the field a little bit, so things are going to start to get wet and a little bit of slippery, making offensive plays just that much trickier.
Just to remind anybody, if they happen to be listening to us, but in close proximity to Fredericton, Caledonia Cup would be, which is the final for Atlantic Rugby, would be just moving into the second half right now at Loyalist Field.
Oh, Ian, you're late.
Spiral punt.
Cool little punt.
Taken cleanly. Good gain by number 7, Dante Gabrielli. So it'll be first down and 10 in Reds territory for the Tigers with 3:04 left. So I guess
I was going to say great coverage by the Reds, but then Gabrielli broke a tackle and a half to pick up an extra 7 yards after first contact, which brought the Tigers into the Reds territory. So first and 10 for the Tigers.
Ooh, fake dive. And he's got the corner. Let's see if what kind of a gain he's got. That's another first down for the Tigers.
I'm glad you saw that because I was this close to saying that it was another run up the middle. They sold me on it. That's for sure.
Let's watch this play again.
Yeah, I saw that ball.
See that fake dive.
That ball go up the middle.
We had 2 Reds after him, but they weren't able to catch Vogels.
Man, he's good he's good when he starts running.
And if I mentioned that the Caledonia Cup is going on at Loyalist Field, we have an update at halftime. The Mudmen from PEI were leading the Loyalists 17-14 at the end of the first half. We're all set first down and 10 for the Tigers here. Dive play to the right-hand side.
Nothing.
Very short gain, if any. Reds bring him down with 2:32 in the game.
Oh, boys. Oh, boys.
So that's why I'm wondering, Coach Sturgeon kept the ball in hand when they were deep in here. I mean, there's 2 schools. They had a lead, but field position was certainly in the advantage of the Tigers, and here they are threatening again. Looking to pass. Vogels does.
He's going to go again for another first down.
UNB selling the house on this.
Wow. Another big run for Vogels. That'll bring up another first down. That is a first and 10. On the, looks like the 15-yard line. First and 10 on the 15-yard line. So here we go. Can we do another bend, no break? This is tough on the nerves, Ian.
Kudos to the Dalhousie offensive coaches. They're doing a phenomenal job of reacting to what the Reds defense was doing. So
Are they ever?
So since this game's about adjustments, we'll see what the UNB defense can do here. We got trips on the right-hand side of Vogels. First down and 10 for the Tigers. another dive play. Snuffed out quickly by the Reds. It'll be second down, possibly a loss on the play.
Great team tackle by the Reds on that one. Ian, I can't remember the last time I've seen a game where the move counter move, the strategy counter strategy, both teams are adapting and adjusting so well to each other. Maybe it's because they just played last week, but it is really incredible.
Oh, a very entertaining game, as you mentioned before.
Reds need another big defensive stand here.
2nd and 13.
Vogel's rolling to his right, looking for an open receiver.
They're on him. They're on him.
Ball's deep.
No good. No good. Caught, but out of
It's
bounds.
caught, but out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
Lord, but just out of the end zone.
What a great catch, though, by Ethan
Tigers
Lord.
bench are beseeching the officials that was in, but I don't think. Here we go on
Not
the
even
replay.
close. Not even close.
We're going to see that. Vogel's nice ball. Good catch,
No,
but
he
that first down foot comes down out of bounds. So all the knuckles here at BMO Field are white. Third down. Field goal's not going to help the Tigers for this game. So with a 5-point differential, 1:46 left in the game, third down and 12. Tigers are going to knock on the door again.
Let's help these guys on D out.
Clean snap by Vogels, looking straight down the middle. Ball's out to the left-hand side.
That
Touchdown,
is a
Tigers.
Touchdown, Tigers.
Vogel's
He
got
goes
it.
straight back to Ethan Lord.
Go ahead, touchdown.
And Ethan clearly demonstrating
Oh,
his.
there's another flag.
Oh, and the late flag.
I think that's
celebration.
celebration.
Yeah, that won't negate the touchdown if it is an objectionable conduct for celebration. It will not negate the touchdown, but
Easy corner pattern.
unfortunately, Ethan getting the
Oh,
better
see
of
the-
Jaron Killam. No, there's the touch. There's the celebration. Yeah.
Be happy, hand the ball to the official, and walk away with a win.
That's it. That's it. Ethan may have just been some yo-yo emotions after the previous fantastic catch. Ended up not counting for a touchdown because he landed out of bounds. But that will put the Tigers currently up by 1 point. They may put up a if they're successful on the PAT, they'll be up by
They're going
2
for the
points.
2-point conversion.
Oh, they are the two. Okay. I suppose this makes sense.
Well, it'll mean that UNB can't win the game with a field goal.
Yeah, yeah. This makes sense.
But if they're not successful, UNB can win the game with a field goal. Oh, trying the draw play again. And he's able to elude two of the UNB tacklers who had the chance at him, and they are successful with a 2-point conversion.
So the Reds will need a touchdown to win this game, but a field goal will tie it and send us into overtime.
A couple of Reds had the chance to bring Vogels down, but Vogels has had an
That
excellent
was
game.
not Vogels. That was Dante Gabrielli.
Dalhousie 31, UNB 28.
It was number 7 who ran that in, was it not?
Just under 2
Thought it was
minutes
two.
remaining.
I could be wrong.
Can we see that again? We'll see that again. The direct snap to Gabrielli.
Thanks a lot, Trevor, for making me look wrong. Our friends in Aurora making sure that Justin's been justified.
Well-
you can tell a lawyer in the broadcast booth just can't be wrong.
I can't be wrong, although I am
good,
a lot.
good
I am a
2-point
lot
by
wrong a lot.
Gabrielli. Good call. It's going to 3-point deficit in this game with 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Let's see what UNB can muster to bring a comeback. If they bring this back, this will be one of the better games that we've ever seen at BMO
No
Field.
kidding. Already. What a fantastic game. Good kick. There we go. That's a clean catch.
Looking for the gap.
Jace Taylor with a good return.
Trips over the 45-yard line for a first down and 10.
He takes it out over UNB's 45-yard line. It'll be first down UNB with a minute and a half remaining.
So after watching UNB's offense, the end of the second quarter, the beginning of the third quarter, they certainly have it within their capabilities to bring this home. Let's see what they're able to do against this Tigers defense.
It was about this field position at the end of the first half when the Reds hit a big 40-yard pass and then a 20-yard pass to end the first half.
4-man rush. Ooh,
great
really good
defense.
defensive player by 29.
Great defense.
Matt Irvin from the Tigers. That looked like it was going to be an easy catch, and at the last second, Irvin was able to come in with the hit.
Hit him hard.
So if I'm the offensive coach of the Reds, I would be calling something like a hook and go or an out and up on this particular play. You've got the Tigers who are reacting to those first moves. See if we can suck them in and then take it downfield. The interesting thing is, would Rollins have enough time to make a play like that? 4 rushers by the Tigers. Downfield in the middle.
No.
Intercepted from the
Tiger
Tigers, number
interception.
32.
That is Kyle Merck intercepting the football.
If we watch the ball, that wasn't Rollins' best, and it had, whether his arm got touched or what, I'm not really sure. No, it's just that he wasn't able to step forward.
Yeah, he had some pressure.
He threw that off of his back foot, and he
Yeah.
just didn't have the velocity. Whether that was going to be complete or not, it hung up in the air.
Yep, and this is, I'm not sure on the math here. I don't think the Tigers can run out the clock completely. But they can chew a ton of time off the clock right now.
Well, more importantly, it's a field position. 124. How many timeouts? The Reds have 2 timeouts left.
Okay, yeah, so they can't kill the clock.
It's going to be a dive play. This will help kill the clock. Still
If
not
they
down.
can bring them down.
Just makes it to the Reds' 50-yard line for second down.
Caden Kwong with the carry.
See when the referee.
Picks up a couple yards, it'll be second down.
It's timeout, Reds, of course.
And of course, the Reds doing that to stop the clock from running until the ball moves again.
It also forces the Tigers to make a decision as to whether they're going to continue with run plays or work hard to get that first down.
Yeah.
So simply stopping them from a first down is job one here for the Reds.
Yeah. If they can stop the Tigers from getting the first down, then the Reds will have a chance to win this game.
Chance, but don't forget, if let's say that the Tigers aren't even going to get more than 5 yards here, if they punt, then UNB's not going to scrimmage anything probably better than their own 30.
Correct.
Which means they've got 70 yards to go with what would probably be something like 40 or 30 seconds left in the game. So tough challenge.
Yep. The Reds have a path to victory, but it is a narrow, narrow path.
Good choice of music after that interception, I think, by Gary.
He did catch the ball in center field.
Here we go for the Tigers, second down.
Ooh,
we tried
little
that end
reverse.
around.
Oh,
Not able to find the gap. He's brought down before he gets past 5 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 for Dalhousie with 1:12 left in the game, and I would imagine the Reds are going to take another timeout.
yeah, they'll have to. Sam Shepard having a great game. He was the one that brought down.
I haven't seen the signal for it. Yeah, it's timeout. Well, at least I got one prediction right.
Yep, yeah, that's good.
Thanks for your support, Cams.
Anytime. Oh man, what? Okay, I'm really excited here. I want to see some big Hail Mary plays from the Reds. But first, we need the Reds to get a stop here. That's the first order of business.
Now, to only have one guy back takes away any chances that they could do something. And I'm sorry for doing so many things about rugby, but that gives them a chance to do something a little creative by having 2 returners.
Oh, and he bobbles
Trouble
the snap.
with the snap.
And he's going to be tackled. And it's going to be Reds football. Reds
my
football
goodness.
in Tigers territory.
The hits just keep on coming.
Angus Dalhousie with the hit on the punter.
David Arevalo, the punter, unable to... Sorry, that's not David Arevalo. That is Liam Massner, unable to handle the snap.
Turnover.
Hope springs eternal for the Reds. With
boy.
107 left in the game, they are in Tiger territory, trying their best to see if they can snatch the victory here from the Tigers. Phenomenal end to this game.
Some really cool special teams plays so far today.
Rollins looking downfield, deep.
Oh, he's got his guy. Oh, slightly overthrown.
That was
Intended
close,
for
but
Parker.
incomplete.
Intended for Nick Parker. Incomplete. It'll bring up second.
That would have been a Herculean catch. Just the positioning of where that ball was coming and where Nick was positioned made it really difficult.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell on that replay, but it's while we were watching it live, it just looked like it was going to be not a simple catch. So second down,
And the coverage was
a
good.
little more than a minute left. I'm sure they're going to be using all third downs if this is unsuccessful on the second down. Rollins looking downfield again. Scrambling.
Oh, he's got to run.
Brought down before he's able to get a first down.
Escapes the rush.
Not only to gain much more than 1 or 2 yards, it's going to be 3rd and 7. 3rd and 8, actually.
Nice stiff arm.
Too many Tigers to.
Yeah.
Backs against the wall, all or nothing. 3rd down for the Reds with 53 seconds left in the game. 31 for the Tigers, 28 for the Reds.
I think Rollins should run this one for a first.
Offside. It's offside UNB. I think he was short anyway.
Pass is complete to Justin Remillard. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah. So that'll send it back.
No, he wasn't short, but still it's offside. You can see that early motion on the right-hand side of the play. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. And from our head official, we see it was offside. That'll be down, repeated, 5 yards back.
That'll bring up 3rd and 13, making the Reds' job just a little bit tougher. And perhaps more, well, no, not more importantly, of equal importance is the time that they lost on the clock. And it's a sack.
That's
And
a sack by the
big
Tigers.
sack by Logan Steves on the Tigers.
If there are no flags, that's a change of possession. The Tigers will take over just outside of Reds territory.
And I believe the Reds now unable to stop the clock. I believe the Tigers will be able to kneel this one out.
With 34 seconds, I would imagine.
And I've lost track of the timeouts. If I'm looking at the graphic, does that indicate that the teams each have 1 timeout left? Is that accurate? Okay, so the Reds have 1 timeout left.
No doubt the Tigers are going to run this ball to force the Reds to take that timeout.
They're in victory position. I think they can kneel this out now. Victory formation.
20, yeah, they are. No, but I mean, each time they snap it in, I think you can roll off 20 seconds before you got to go.
Yeah.
And it's up to the Reds whether they call a timeout.
Yeah, so they will at this point.
I don't know that they're going to bother. They're going to let some time go here, as they should.
I don't think the Reds can do anything about this. because even without the timeout, yeah, there's no point in calling the timeout because they have 3 downs. So that will be the end of this home-and-home against the Dalhousie Tigers. The Tigers in the regular season of the 2024 AFL season. The Tigers beating the Reds 2-0 and winning the Alumni Cup with an overall advantage of 15 points.
So congratulations to the Dalhousie Tigers for winning today's game 31-28 and successfully reclaiming the Alumni Cup from UNB. We have to say congratulations to both teams and both coaching staffs for an excellent football game today. Also, wishing the best to that UNB player who was injured in the first half, but we had a fantastic time. Thanks so much to our friends at Aurora. Thank you for joining us, and thank you, Justin. We had a great time. Enjoy your Saturday.
And we'll see you back here. I should have pulled this up. Our next game, I don't want to be wrong about this.
It's next Saturday against Hurricane.
Next Saturday, right here against the Hurricanes at 7 o'clock. Let's just check the time. One quick second.
I think it's 1 o'clock kickoff.
Yep. So right here, 1 o'clock next week. See everybody then.
Be there. Aloha.